We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
I did. Oh, whoa! Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, you ready? Open wide!
Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SidescrollersPlus.com. We are late, but we're here the day before July 4th. Glad everybody's with us today. We got a big show, major show, huge show, long show, Subathon show for the first time ever. Never done a little mini Subathon like this. Very excited to be doing this with you guys. We'll get into that a little bit later. First and foremost, hello, Blabs.
Hi! We're popping our cherry, I guess, for subathons today.
Really awkward. Thank you for that graphic terminology. That's good.
What do you mean?
Just saying, it's very awkward. But yes,
Anyway.
Here we are doing a little subathon today, which is good. We'll explain how that works here in just a little bit. We're going to do it non-traditional, if you will. But regardless, you're going to be with us for a long time today. So buckle up, get on your safety belt, put on your safety hat, get in the short bus. We're going for a big, long ride today. It's going to be good. Yes, Black.
Autism.
That's right. Get your go eat all your processed foods.
Get your glue ready. Start eating it.
Oh, straight up Billy Madison over here. We're going to be feeding you guys lots of glue today. It's going to be great. We have
Elmer's.
Yes. Blab, you ever ate glue before?
No, actually, I never ate glue. I was one of the smart kids, so.
Okay.
It was.
All right. Well, look, we have a number of guests today joining us. As I said, we're going possibly till 4 o'clock Central Time. That means potentially 5 hours ish from now. So, like I said, buckle up today. Joining us today, in addition to Blabs, also new member of Side Scrollers Plus, Wicked Virtue. Hello, Wicked. Great to see you.
Hi.
Yo.
Happy 4th of July, everybody. Tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I guess, right? Yeah.
I'm all
tomorrow.
4th of July up. I got my patriotic stuff going.
Let's go freaking America. Love to see that. This morning's been nuts. Because we host like a big 4th of July thing every year at my house. And so I'm up like running around and making sure the yard's all squared away, and I got to get it done before we go live for 5 hours. And it was a mess today, and you saw it. That's why we're late. My fault. It's always my fault. It's always my fault. But glad you're with us, Wicked. Super excited to have you. Also joining us today, another new member of Side Scrollers Plus. Introduced at King of the Couch, Lady Desiree. Hello, Des. Hello, Des. There she is.
Hey, y'all.
Hi.
Look at you. I saw you on your Rumble stream this morning. And are you in the same dress as that you were in then?
Yeah, I did a patriotic stream, so I'm still decked out in my red dress.
Wait, so just to be clear, you're gonna wear that dress all day?
I'm a pro. I am Lady Desiree Craig.
Oh, my fault.
Okay.
Lady Desiree.
Okay.
I wear dresses all the time.
Yeah.
I
So
can
does our
relate.
next friend, Phoenix will be with us as well, also in a dress.
Howdy, yes. You can't see it. There's a dress right below here. How you guys doing?
It's great.
He's like, who wears shorts? Phoenix does.
This
Phoenix
guy.
wears shorts. That's right. All right. Well, if you're new to the show, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. Join us, the 128,000 just normal men who have found common sense in the video game entertainment space. Also, do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button. Let's we have a long stream today. The thumbs up, there's a direct correlation between the discovery of the show and people finding it by you hitting the thumbs up. So lots of good things going on. We are back over on Twitch, as you can tell by the top of the screen. We have some new Tinker toys to mess with today, where you can see the total number of Twitch subs. You also see the Kick subs and the YouTube members, which those are going to directly correlate and tie into what we have going on. But before I talk about today's subathon, I do want to let you know that right now over on Side Scrollers Plus, Blabs versus Turtles in Time is up right now, which is crazy. Also, whoa, Blabs versus, look at this, every chaos everywhere. It's crazy. This is what we're working towards, guys. Isn't this fun? We got crazy graphics going on.
Yeah.
We can't start on time, but Phoenix makes us look good, which is wonderful. So we have, and Wicked yesterday did a fun Q&A with our Plus members, which was really, really great. So
It's fun.
yeah. Did you have a good time doing that?
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I can't wait to do the next one. It'll probably be Lego. But you're just gonna have to stay tuned and look on Plus to find out. I can't give away anymore. Sorry.
Awesome. No secrets.
No
ever.
secrets.
And Des, you're going to be doing a Q&A here soon too, yeah?
I am. Yep. And I'm also working on putting together a video of our beekeeping weekend. And I did get stung and I got it on camera.
Nice.
So, awesome footage. So that's
Excellent.
going to be coming to Plus really soon too.
All right. Nothing sends members to subscribe to Plus faster than women getting stung by bees.
Yeah.
Which is great. We got that market cornered over here, guys. Des getting stung by bees. Now, we are not live next week. Today is the last day of our streaming week because we have July 4th off. And we're going to be doing our summer break next week. Now, I realize that it's going to leave a giant hole in your heart, and it will as ours as well. But sometimes we just need a break to refresh and stuff. On top of that, I'm having surgery on July 11th for my ankle finally. So I want to be able to get up and get around with my family a little bit. And I'll tell you, I'm going to be honest. Blabs, have you like, I've been feeling like the internet has just kind of been like on top of me the last few weeks. Do you have that same feeling?
Yeah, especially this week because we know we're going away on vacation. It's all like, how about all the noise and all the news in the last week? And I'm like, stop it. So, yes.
Can I share our run sheet today? Usually it's
yeah.
like, here, let me just, Phoenix, I'm sharing my screen real quick. Check a look at that real fast. Look at this over here. Look at this run sheet we have today of all the crap we have going on today. This is 2 pages. No, not 3 pages. No, not 4 pages. 5 pages. We have 6 pages of nonsense over here of things to talk about today. So we got a lot going on. We're glad you're with us and do all these things right here. Oh yeah. Also, I mentioned how we're not going to be streaming this right here. Salty over here. We're going to be doing a stream with Salty Cracker on Tuesday. When I say we, I mean me. And look, no paywall. Everybody can watch it over at Side Scrollers Plus. So join us over there. Make an account. Even if you can just watch for free, which is great. Now, with that said, let's get into what we have going on today. Today is the Side Scrollers Super Sexy Summer Subathon. Very simple, okay? Now, Blabs and I were talking about this earlier this week. We're trying to figure out exactly how we're going to do this. And my, oh my, do we have a great thing for you. We are gifting super sexy games to our community. Super sexy games to our community. Every 25 memberships over on YouTube or Twitch subs or Kick subs or every 10 plus members, right? You see that on the bottom there. We actually have like those notifications on the bottom of the screen and all that stuff. Now, you may be asking yourself, what are the super sexy games that we're going to be gifting to our community? Blabs, do you remember what they are?
I just really, really remember the one with the ogre because of its size.
The games that we will be gifting to you, actually that you will be gifting I guess we will be gifting on behalf of you.
My eyes, man. My eyes. They've not recovered.
Blabs has chosen 5 games for us to rotate through today. Number 1 being Sex with Hitler.
Really want to push that button.
Don't do it, Phoenix.
Don't do it,
Don't
Phoenix.
press that button.
Number 2 being Sex with Stalin.
I didn't make one for that, damn it. Give me a minute.
Number 3 being Sex with Putin. Number 4, Blad's personal favorite,
Is it?
Sex with Ogre.
It's huge, bro. Huge.
Oh my gosh.
And
So bad.
For those of you who really want to get in the future, go straight in the future, the final game of our 5-game rotation that we'll be gifting to you. Sex with Hitler 2069.
Yeah.
So it's the futuristic version of Sex with Hitler. So
Let's fucking go. All right.
Look at Lady Des. She's like, I'm too lady to be here.
I agree with you, lady Des. I agree with this. So look, if you got, by the way, and here's how we're going to do this today. All right. Over on StreamYard, they have a really fun tool where you can just like give things away. Right. So let's just say everybody in the chat say hi. Just say hi real quick. Just do me a favor. Say hi. I want to see the full chat going here. I can put I'm going to match the text of what's going on over here. And you say hi in the chat. And then what it'll do is it'll like select all your stuff. And it'll put entries in. And whether you're watching, I think this only works on YouTube and Twitch right now, I believe. But what happens is then I can go in and draw. And bada bing, bada boom, we'll draw it. And you'll see everybody's names go by. And it'll automatically do it. Isn't that great? How fun is this? So easy breezy Japanesey over here. In this case, Jiggly Saint would have won.
Would have.
Yes, would have, but didn't. Sorry, Jiggly Saint.
Fuck all for now.
But so look, when it's time to draw, we'll let you guys know. Right off the bat, man, we are off to a rip-roaring start, man. Does it say 30 subs for Kick over there?
Yeah, Aramis did a big old whopper and gifted 25 subs.
Jiggly Saint, guess what?
Wow.
Jiggly Saint, you won Sex with Hitler.
What? Wow.
Yes. I mean, we already did it. There it is right there, Jiggly Saint. Congratulations. You win. So Jiggly Saint is the winner here. Congratulations. Hey. Wow. What is happening right here?
My personal collection.
Okay. Wow. That's awesome. Okay, so Blab's going to keep on. The goal, of course, is to fill the top bars, all of them. We're going to do our best to fill all 500 on every single platform today. We're off to a great start over there on Kick. As Jiggly Saint, we're going to need to get in touch with you. Blabs, can you keep track of the winners today?
Oh, I was mute. Yep.
Just put them on the bottom of the run sheet today, which is
okay.
Great. So on top of that, Vesker Bino gifted 10 subs over on Twitch, which is just spectacular. So look, this should be super fun today. I'm really, really excited by this. This is going to be a great day. So thank you guys very much for popping in. Give it up for Test 24 using the Prime sub. BFT 9000 subscribing with Prime. Vescarbino with the 10. We're gonna get going today and get going hard. This should be really, really fun. Hopefully. On top of that, look at this. Drag, not Craig, but Drag gifted 10 side scroller memberships. Right, Blabs?
That's right, shits.
Over on YouTube, which is just wonderful. Tenarian came in at the 10, says, I kind of made this a thing now, so I'm going to keep going. What's the panel's opinion on eating puffins? So far, only Leafit has the correct opinion. She's the puffin queen. Ladies, do you? Hey, we have a Montez bar on. Oh, there we go. Okay. Hey, your opinion, ladies, on eating puffin?
Sounds
is that?
awful. Isn't that a penguin? Like a little penguin?
It's a bird. Yeah.
No,
They have it. I remember it from Elf. Isn't there a little puffin in Elf at the North Pole?
Well, this is what a puffin looks like over here at Phoenix. So it's a wonderful little bird that has a beak, and Tenarian is an island savage, if you will, and slowly looks in their eyes and strangles them as they die. But yes, so your thoughts on eating a puffin?
I mean, I try it.
That girl Des. Here we go. Now we're talking.
She's like, why not?
Now we're
I
talking.
feel bad. If you didn't
We
tell me
eat a
what it
lot of
was.
cute things.
I mean, that's true.
Thank you, Tenarian, for that. It's wonderful. Death Note, thanks so much for the Prime sub. That is outstanding. Love that. By the way, guys, put that slate back up there for the subathon, please, Phoenix. Now, you notice every 10 plus memberships, the super sexy subathon continues. So make sure you guys go over there and use the head on over to Side Scrollers Plus. You can become a monthly member or an annual member, and either one will definitely help and support. So every 10, which Blabs is going to be keeping track of throughout the show, and you can use promo code. What's the promo code? What did I give you, Phoenix? Subathon.
Yes.
Whoa!
Subathon. It's behind that graphic.
Use promo code
There it
Subathon. Use promo code Subathon and get a discount, a great big discount. So, and so we're going to stop down throughout the show and be gifting out. Next game, we'll be gifting out a Sex with Stalin. So who's it going to be? Which, just wonderful. It's going to be somebody because Noodles just gifted 5 more subs over on Twitch. So we're going to get there. Noodles, thank you very much for your support. Genuinely appreciate everybody tuning in. All right, we always like to start the show with Today in Gaming History. So, Blabs, do we have a list today? Oh, look at that.
Of course we do. So, obviously, like yesterday, Vampire Rain. But we're going to start from the top. RoboCop was released in Japan in 2003. Vampire Rain was released in 2007. And then we have, which I didn't know was a thing, Border Police Contraband Simulator released in Japan last year in 2024.
Okay. Nice. Border Police Contraband Simulator, which has now been seen as a right-wing fascist game.
Yeah, I didn't know that was a good game. I was like, that's cool. So
okay. All
made
right,
the
nice.
list.
RoboCop from Japan. I don't know what that game, Japan RoboCop game? 2003?
No, it was released in Japan first.
Oh. Okay.
It's the release.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for that.
Uh-huh.
All right. Awesome. Wonderful, Blabs. Some noticeable games that you missed today include Pipe Dream for the Game Boy 35 years ago. Phoenix, you want to pull up my screen real quick? Pipe Dream for the Game Boy 35 years ago. We have Warcraft 3 Reign of Chaos in 2002. You mentioned RoboCop and Vampire Rain. Des, do you remember Chocolate Rain? Do you remember that? Remember that meme?
Don't think so.
No. What about you, Wicked?
No, I never heard of that one.
Okay, Chocolate Rain was hold on now, Blabs. You saw Chocolate Rain last year, right? Or
I saw it yesterday. Chocolate Rain. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. This is 141. This was viral before viral was a thing. Okay. 141 million views on YouTube. I can't believe you've never seen this before, especially as a musician, Des. This may be the quintessential.
Like one of the first viral videos, right?
Yes. Yeah. This was mega viral back then. Here we go. Check it out. Sorry. Wicked. First time seeing that. Thoughts?
I mean, obviously, it should have won a Grammy. First thoughts. Wonderful.
It's Sunday.
It's a bop.
Yeah, it is. He's got over 1 million subscribers. 1 million subscribers when he was huge was a big deal. 140. He's like making a living off this today.
Yeah, and he hasn't made a video in like 2 years as well. So
It's the confidence. It's
for
that
him.
confidence that he brings to it that's just energetic and brings everyone in. So good for him.
Man, just curious. What do you guys think? Like, how many views a month do you think that Tay Zonde is doing on YouTube right now? Just from that song.
probably 1 million.
Think so?
It might just be.
Tay Zonde. Let me see if I can find it real quick. It's Tay Zonde on YouTube. Because that's quite impressive to be able to have a song like that. Tay Zonde, why aren't you showing up? Let me get over here. Tay Zonde on YouTube. Sorry, I know that I'm just doing a little Googling while we're
Side
going
questing.
over. Yeah, side quest. This is important stuff.
Well, while you do
must
that, let me
know.
just pull these up because they don't show up. So plus, we have this Aramis that got a cramp last night. If you know, you know. So I had to flex a bit today because the kick donos. Thank you very much. And Wisp, for one, says animals are made of food. Thank you
Damn
for
right.
that. And then Suffer So Proud for 5 says, I'm late, broken down the side of the road. You have my undivided attention. Can't wait to see what you have in store for today. Hi, Lady Desiree. Elegant as always. Yours, Bella's. Hi, Craig.
Hey, everybody. Like I said, we got a good thing going today. It's going to be super fun. We are one member away from our gifting out our next game for here on the Super Sexy Subathon today. That being Sex with Stalin. It's going to go to somebody in the chat, which is great. And we are, let's see, if we get to 200 over on Twitch, we will have our next as well. So look, big things happening, which is just wonderful. By the way, Tenarian says, she says she'd eat a puffin if I didn't tell her what it was. as if she still attached, as if the still attached head hanging out of the pot wasn't a dead giveaway. Tenarian, what? Jesus Christ, man, crazy. Now, Blabs, you're going to handle all super chats, right?
Yeah, I can. On StreamYards.
Cool, that'd be great. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Ecto Man, thanks for using your Twitch sub. Also, Burr Raker, thank you so much for using your Twitch sub. I can't wait to give away these games today. It's going to be great. All right, ladies, glad you're with us today. Gentlemen, glad you're with us today. We have a long show ahead of us. And Des, Wicked, at any time, if you just feel like you need to bounce, just roll out. It's okay because, hey, we got a long little marathon with us today. It's going to be fun. So Des was about to leave earlier when we were talking about whatever it is we were talking about. She was like, I'm out. All right. Let's get into it, friends. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for hard news. You know, today's going to be like a leisurely stroll through the internet as we have so much to get to that we're just going to kind of mosey on through the wilderness that is the internet. So we're going to start with probably the most important story of the day. Now, Blabs, I know that when you saw this, you were extremely excited that McDonald's is finally getting curly fries in the United States.
Yes!
I mean, no, I don't eat McDonald's. I feel like this one's for Phoenix.
Oh,
Who never eats anyway.
Yeah.
I'm just okay.
But it's about time. I mean, because like Burger King had it forever. didn't
What?
they?
What?
Hold on. What?
Are you Canadian all of a sudden? Do you hail from the province of Ontario?
I don't know what you're talking about, but let's just continue on with the story. I think it's fine.
So this is kind of unique as McDonald's is, it's only one location that's getting the McDonald's here. As you see from the article here, this is one of those things that says that there are different. I do not like being this close. I'll tell you, that is freaking me out, man. I was like, I do not like that at all. Ugh. Anyways, so the fries were originally released in Malaysia and Singapore here, and were brought to the menu. And are brought to the menu for 1 month every year during Chinese New Year. So this is a place up in Illinois, I believe. So only one McDonald's gets the Chinese New Year curly fries. How come China has curly fries and not the United States? Doesn't make any sense to me at all.
I wish we had curly
McDonald's
fries.
They look good. They look like Arby's curly fries.
Yeah, I would love some curly fries from McDonald's.
I think when you look at the best curly fries, I think are definitely Arby's curly fries, right?
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Phoenix, you ever had Arby's before?
I have, yeah. I think like the fries are like maybe the one really good thing about it. The other food is terrible.
Okay, hold on.
In my opinion.
Hold on.
What are you doing?
Yeah,
what is
about-
that?
What is this
I'm
bit
sorry.
that you're doing right now? What is
It's
this?
not a bit. I do this on my show all the time. I forgot that I'm on the rock show. I can do it.
Okay, what is this a boot thing? Is this?
I just
Canadian.
intentionally mispronounce everything on my show, and I forgot for a second that I'm not on that show right now.
Okay, all right.
Which is
Sound
why
like
I'll put my pants on now.
Phoenix,
Wrong show.
you sound like you drink milk from a bag. All right, and
I do. I am one of them.
Fascinating thing.
Unbelievable, really. Okay, so anyways, yeah, comes back to the U.S. on July 10th. So if anybody wants to head over to this McDonald's that has it, by all means, celebrate America here with July 10th curly fries. Congratulations. Way to start the show, lads. It's good.
You're welcome.
All right. Hey, we got more here. Everybody loves food. Blabs, you love well, hold on a sec, Phoenix. Don't spoil this real fast. Blabs, you love Lilo and Stitch.
I mean, who doesn't?
I mean, anybody past the age of.
Well, you're just a weirdo, so like, shut the fuck up.
No, I mean it's a fine movie. We're so mad. Jeez Louise. Wow, violence.
He's mean. This man hasn't even seen The Mummy, and he's shitting on Lilo and Stitch.
Just saying, Blabs. Good Lord, so mad. Well,
Hey,
Blabs.
I subscribed on Kick.
Hey, let's go.
Woohoo!
Wow. Hey, we got 25 more. Stop everything. Stop it all down. It's time to draw. We should need to draw another name over on Kick. Okay, listen. We got 25 more subs over on Kick, right? So we need to
from
draw.
Crumbs. Crumbs are Crumsy.
Yes, let's go. Crumbs or Crummy. Thank you so much. Okay, you guys are spectacular. Stop what we're doing. This is part of the subathon today. We're stopping down, and I need everybody in the chat to just type curly fries or just curly. Just type curly. That's all I need you to do. Curly, if you want to be included in our next drawing. Okay, so curly is the code. Type it in. Looks like this. Phoenix, share my screen real quick, right here. Curly. Okay, type it in. We'll draw here in just a second. Okay, curly is the code. Got it? Sounds good. All right, we'll draw here in just a second. Let's go back to this real fast, Blabs. Blabs, you love Lilo and Stitch.
Yes.
I have bad news for you.
What?
Stitch is dead.
Excuse me?
Because you can now buy Stitch meat at the grocery store.
Ew.
Blabs.
Oh my goodness.
I was
Look at
wondering
this.
where this was going.
There we go. Stitch meat, 80% lean ground beef with color additives right here.
Oh my god, that's so unhealthy. You gotta be kidding me. Look
Look
at
at
that.
it.
It looks like moldy meat.
It blends right in with the skin. It's so
That is
gross.
awful.
Ugh.
Who would buy that? It's like, yeah, let me get some of that moldy beef.
Well, no, it's just color additive.
Yeah, but like
Blabs.
it looks gross, right?
It looks gross.
Meat's not supposed to look blue.
Wicked. You have any, would that? I mean, have you seen Lilo and Stitch?
Yeah.
Would you go out and buy this if you're like, whoa, like this has got to be the weirdest product placement I think I've ever seen.
No, and I just think of like, what if a parent grabs this, like, oh, and brings it home? The kid would be traumatized. Like, Stitch! Like, whoa.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
You ate Stitch.
Could you imagine? My gosh.
What a weird thing to like. Disney was like, yeah, it would be fun to have Stitch meat. Like looks like an official product and everything.
I know,
How
like, you know what
bizarre.
market we haven't hit? Meat. Like, what?
Yeah. Oh my god, Des, would you buy this for your kids?
No, no, it's only grass fed. I get the high quality stuff. Okay. I don't know where that
Yeah.
Stitch has been,
Exactly.
what he's been eating.
Exactly.
Now this comes from Obvious Plant over here, right? So it may be fake, but if that's fake, that's a pretty dang good fake right there. I love the idea that
I'm pretty sure that's fake, Craig.
well, oh, it does
pretty
say
sure.
distribute by Obvious Plant. Okay, never mind. There you go. Fine. All right, it's fake. But if that was real, just saying, probably the weirdest product placement ever created. But now that Blabs has nightmare fuel, we can move on, which is great.
No. Ew.
Huh? What?
That's a terrible marketing idea. Like overall. Who wants to eat blue meat?
I mean, who doesn't want?
Phoenix does.
Phoenix will he goes days without eating, days without sleep. This guy's crazy. It's ridiculous. All right, let's give away a game. We have already given away one copy of Sex with Hitler. Now it's time to give away Sex with Stalin here on this super sexy summer subathon. Once again, put the code Curly in the chat, and let's go draw some names here, Phoenix. We're ready to go over here. Start collecting names. I'm going to start collecting them right now. Someone is going to win a copy of Sex with Hitler. I love that everyone's like, me, please. All right. Well, that draws up and pulls up and gets everyone going with Curly. Oh,
Holy shit, Aramis gifted 10 on Rumble.
let's go, Aramis.
Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. Let's go, man. Massive today. Outstanding. All right, let's go draw it out here. We'll give it just another second. We do have a really fun story about Alligator Alcatraz. Have you all heard about this? Alligator Alcatraz? It's
Yep.
been
I
awesome.
have, yeah.
I do.
Awesome.
I do want the t-shirt. I think I want an Alligator Alcatraz t-shirt. It's great. All right, let's go draw a name here. Phoenix, let's go to it so everybody can see it. 1, 2, 3, 4, and go. Here we go. Let's find out who it's going to be. Who is going to win Sex with Stalin? It's going to be... Mo. I thought it was gonna be Richard. Mo.
Oh, great name for it.
Oh boy. Oh boy, that's great. That's just
Oh.
wonderful. Mo, congratulations. You won sex with Stalin. Way to go, buddy. We did get our 25 members over on YouTube as well, which means we got to draw. Everyone put the in the chat, put YouTube if you'd like to be in the next drawing here. That is YouTube, and we'll do that here in just a second after this next story here. Okay, I saw this. There's been a lot of talk about Alligator Alcatraz going on in Florida. And Florida is very swampy, right? Obviously, I'm sure everybody here has been to Florida. Some of us live in Florida. Those of us who have experience in Florida, kind of describe the climate of Florida. What is it like?
Wet.
Wet? Okay.
Humid, sticky,
Yeah.
hot, miserable, hell.
Wow. Hell. Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Well,
it is right now in July.
Yeah,
Yes.
July it's hot. I love Florida though. I love the heat. But yeah, it's hot here. It's really nice between like November and May though. Perfect weather.
Well, you do. Florida has obviously in the last 50 years grown quite a bit, anchored by Disney. Obviously, Disney in the center of the United States, which was once just a giant marshy land. They bought all that land up, and now you have one of the biggest entertainment places in the world. Right? It is a major draw, so much so that it's now become a thing for Disney adults. We've talked about Disney adults many times on our show, and kind of the Arrested Development nature of it. Speaking of, just on a quick side note, Mally Mouse said yesterday she's no longer going to be paying for the Disneyland annual pass. So good for her. She's voting with her wallet. But back to this right here. There's been a lot of talk about Disney adults and what they should do. And recently on CNN, I think his name is Scott Jennings, had a solution as to what to do with Disney adults. And it ties into this entire conversation. So Phoenix, why don't you pull this up real fast? This was a discussion about Alligator Alcatraz.
I'm kind of with you on that, Picard. But Scott,
I think we need restrictions on if you're over the age of 21 and you go to Disneyland or Disney World and you don't have children, straight to Alligator Alcatraz, El Salvador.
But have you ever been to Epcot?
I'm just saying, this is weird. And talk about people that get in the way of things. You want to take your kids there and you got these weirdos walking around. I'm just saying.
Go to Epcot. It's great for grown-ups, okay?
Why are you? So should all Disney adults end up in Alligator Alcatraz?
Yes.
I mean,
Well-
if you market yourself as that, yes. If you go sometimes to enjoy, that's different. But if you're like full-blown Disney adult, kind of hard to disagree with him on that one.
There is something to the idea of just going casually, right? But if you revolve your life around going there, right. I hear that for sure. Des, what do you think about Disney adults as a whole? Like, is this something that, you know, should they visit the giant swampy Alligator Alcatraz and be taught a lesson?
I mean, it's a little extreme, Craig.
What?
It's a little extreme. Yeah. Okay. I have a hard time with this because honestly, I have been a big Disney fan. The old Disney. I love Walt Disney. I love all the old classics. So, you know, I kind of was sort of a Disney adult up until like everything kind of went to shit like a decade or so ago. And then it's just, you know, I don't care about any of the new stuff. So it's, you know, I have a lot of nostalgic value at Disney World. So I understand the appeal, but I also feel like there is a Disney adult personality that I do not feel like I fit. And yeah, they're strange people, but I don't know. That's a little harsh.
You don't think they should just be sent to the prison system?
No, maybe not.
There's a difference. Like, you're going to Disney, and I cannot see Desiree just like getting in front of kids and like, you know, taking the spotlight, or like, you know, oh, I gotta go run and hug this princess and push a little girl over. Like, Disney adults are crazy. There's a difference between people who go there to enjoy it sometimes, and then the Disney adults that are like usually really overweight and just like rolling around Disney World. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Well,
I don't
we've
think
all
I'd
seen
go
it.
by myself or I would go just as an adult. I think I would go with kids at this
Well,
point.
I mean, there is something magical about going, with your kids, seeing them all light up and everything.
Yeah.
But at a certain point, you just kind of, you got to be like, all right.
And
gotta
also,
live life.
lady mentioned Epcot because there's the whole big drinking around all the worlds, and I honestly I think that's kind of weird. I don't know why. I mean, I don't know why you would just go to Epcot just to get drunk. Like that doesn't sound like a good time to me to be having to walk around a theme park drunk. That sounds terrible.
As somebody who has done that, let me tell you something.
Is it fun?
It is so much fun. Listen,
oh, really? Okay.
Okay, because there's what like 10 different countries that are around the moat there in Epcot.
Yeah.
By like 3 or 4, you start feeling it. By like 6 or 7, you're like, let's go. And by 8 or 9, you're like, that was probably, so we actually did a stream of that several years ago back at my previous brand. And we did a live stream where we drunk around the world, or drink around the world, whatever you call it, at Epcot. And I'm going to tell you this right now. I was blitzed like halfway through. It was so much. It was like raining. I was dancing. If you want to see me act silly, we go to Epcot, we drink around the world. It was an outstanding time. So
all right, maybe I need to give it a shot.
Just saying, maybe
Let's do it.
I think we should make it a side scrollers thing.
Blabs,
Down.
Blabs, you want to go to Disney and drink around the world with the girls?
Yeah. No problem.
Okay.
Let's go.
2 Prosecco, but we have to make sure we have like a stroller or something, because after like 2 Prosecco, she's gonna be like,
Yeah, listen. The steak and the wine together, not good. So it was either bad steak or bad wine.
Josh is right. He says drinking around the world is the only reason to go to Disney for adults. Everything else is for
exactly.
kids.
I just like to walk around shit-faced by myself at Disney.
Look, yes, yeah. If you just you're walking into I was gonna say walking into the wrong bathroom, but then I'd be Lily Tino. Anyways,
How do you do, Nicholas?
yeah. Hey, what's up, Nick? Anyways, hey, I'm just saying, I'm putting that down, Blabs. I'm putting that down on the list of things to do. Where did my thing
Oh,
go?
well, something else we need to do. Speaking of alligators, is we need to go alligator hunting.
Okay, I'm down.
Because I can make that happen.
Let's go.
My brother-in-law does alligator hunting, and you have to like put in for like a ticket. But there is alligator hunting season, and I've always wanted to do it.
That
Let's do it.
escalated.
Yeah,
Can I get some leather?
it'll
out
be
of this?
fun.
Labs is like Steve Irwin. She
Maybe.
will do whatever. She just picks up snakes and yeets them.
It's
like,
actually
she'll do whatever.
true. It's actually true. I have sent Wicked videos of me yeeting snakes off like my front door, like
It's like, get out of here. And I'm like,
every
okay.
time they just come over in the summer, and I'm like, can you not? Because it's kind of dangerous right by the doorway. They're not like poisonous snakes are by any means, but they bite you if you accidentally step on them, or you're afraid, right? So like with the UPS man or FedEx, or like even just stepping outside by accident, no, I can't have that. So they get yeeted.
Labs protects.
Yeah, like Kanye West out of Australia. Yeet!
Yeah, Blabs is going to do anything. She's so brave, except going to Olive Garden.
Why? That's not bravery. That's stupidity.
She's gonna go with me. I'll make it happen, Craig. I'll give her like a Snickers or something. I don't know.
I don't
I'll
want
make
a
it happen.
Snickers bar.
It's
Take
not
me
gonna
shopping.
be good, but think of it's for the people. They want to see it. The breadsticks
Only if
and
I
wine.
go
I'm
back to
good with
that mall, Wicked. Can we go to the mall?
Oh,
Go all
can we
the
go to
Asian
the mall?
stores?
Yes.
Look, all I'm saying, I see in our future a trip to Florida where we all go. We all end up there, and we do end up at Disney World for you to drink around the world. This will be like a plus thing, maybe. I don't know. We'll figure it out, right? But yeah, we're all the girls like get blitzed, and I have to play babysitter, and I'm pushing around in a 3-pronged stroller over here. They're
We're all like, wee.
yay!
Father Craig, take us for the rides.
Oh my God. All right. We did hit a new, we are, okay, just heads up. If you guys are just popping in, great to see you guys. Today's the Side Stroller Super Sexy Subathon. Summer Subathon. It's a lot of S's, right? And for every 25 memberships over on YouTube, Kick, or YouTube, Kick, or Twitch, or Rumble, we couldn't get a Rumble bar at the top for some reason. They don't have it. But for every 25, we are gifting a super sexy game. And we are about to give to a Sex with Putin, which I just drew it on the back end congratulations to Mimic Lives over on Rumble. So congratulations, you win sex with Putin. What a weird statement.
Yay!
I couldn't have been waiting for that.
What a weird statement that is. Congratulations, Mimic Lives. You win sex with Putin.
Yet not weird at all.
Yeah, weird. We are one Twitch sub away from our next gifted sex game, which will be Blabs' personal favorite.
It's definitely not a personal favorite. Thank you.
Sex
Have you
with
seen the images, Craig? Have you actually looked?
No.
Don't.
No.
Don't do it.
I have no interest.
Okay.
No interest.
Look at Phoenix. He's totally looking right now. He's super close on the screen and everything.
I'm trying to get rid of this Montez bar that keeps showing up.
That's okay. The failed Montez bar, which didn't happen.
I'm wondering if it's part of the same code. Anyway, sorry.
Hey, give it up for Jack, who came in with the $50 super chat. Says, I blew the whistle on the state of New Mexico.
Oh my
God!
Wow! Wow, it gets bigger.
I'm getting.
Oh my God!
We're getting smothered. Help!
I can't breathe.
You're welcome. I blew the whistle on the state of New Mexico regarding failures in child protective services. I got the power of the governor taken away. Wow. I credit you all as an inspiration to the news. You guys are great. And hope there are many more years of side scrollers. Jack, let's stinking go.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations and way to go, man. That is outstanding. I think that's incredibly generous. And congratulations on your on doing what you need to do, man. That's great. Also, Peps came in with a $99.99 super chat saying, hey, side scrollers, Craig, you feel Craig,
Does that technically count as this? Okay.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. Look, there's Wicked in the corner.
Hi. Help me! I'm being smothered.
It feels like you're Bosley from Charlie's Angels. You're always surrounded by amazingly beautiful ladies. Happy
Big
early.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ, Wicked.
Is that right, Wicked?
No, I thought you were talking about the people, the girls on the screen.
Talking about us.
No
Anyways,
comment. No further comment.
He says, happy early 4th of July. Thanks, Peps. Appreciate that. We learned a lot about Wicked just now. Literally snorting over here, which is great.
That was me. I snorted.
Good. Hey, we did hit our 200 Twitch subs over there, which is outstanding. Thank you guys very much. What a great day. How fun is this?
Oh my God. That's funny.
So we gotta pull a name again over here on this, using this giveaway tool. Let's see if it works. How about we use the promo code, or just use hashtag Twitch. Okay. For some reason, I think the hashtags work better. So put that in as your code in the chat. That'll draw you in, and you could potentially win sex with Ogre.
About time.
It's about time. Yes.
I want Phoenix to go and play it on Rumble.
Okay. Done.
Wow.
Done.
That was hard to convince.
Yeah. I'm
All
down.
right, so load it up over there. We'll here. I'll start collecting names over here. You can see all the names being collected. We'll let that roll up here for just a minute, and let's move on to our next story here. Now, okay, let's go to this one here. This has been on the run sheet for a few days. We're finally getting to this craziness. What is happening here, Blabs? What am I looking at on this?
I have no idea.
You're gonna read it here in a minute.
Oh, right. Okay, so this was a wild thread and the video. So this guy released chemicals in his neighbor's apartment because apparently they were being too loud or whatever it was. This is nuts. It's 22 seconds long, but just play it because it's nuts.
Sitting there thinking about it.
Oh, he's putting the syringe ready to go.
Oh, I know, but how bizarre.
Look at that. And then he just leaves. And
Hold on.
Isn't that nuts?
I heard this story. It's nuts.
Yeah, there's more to it.
Okay.
So, surveillance footage from June 27, 2023 shows Lee, 36, crouching outside his downstairs neighbor's front door in Tampa, Florida. He injects a noxious liquid into the threshold using a syringe. That same chemical odor later made the family inside super duper sick. They were complaining about like headaches and nausea. I think they even had like skin rashes and all that. And mind you, they have a baby.
Wow.
No, insane. So he's been and he's from China, mind you. So he was deported. And if he ever comes back to America, he's gonna like face jail time because of obviously this crime. But it seems that when he was
This
deported
July
to
counts a
China,
whole year since I found you guys on YouTube.
Oh.
Here's to many more years of entertainment.
Text to speech worked right. Let's go, Aramis.
Cheers.
With the $100.
titties, Phoenix.
Where? Well, all right, here we go. Aramis, thank you so much. Yes, text to speech is real. You found it. Everything over $25 from the direct donation side on Streamlabs is a text to speech. So have fun with that. So there we go. So this is nuts.
Yeah, so like I was saying, if he comes back from China, he's gonna face jail time and sentencing. But it seems like in China, he's not gonna face any jail time for what he did in America.
Wait, in China he won't?
Nope.
Wow.
It says, and he was deported to China, ending U.S. prosecution. Authorities say if he ever returns, charges can be reinstated.
Wow. No thanks. So he was like a chemist over here.
Yeah, makes perfect sense. Just concocting a poison.
Yeah. Okay. So my first question was like, who was filming this? But this makes sense that this guy set up a hidden camera outside of his door. Like they must have had something going on where they knew, like, they had a pretty good idea that something was happening because this guy probably complained or something, and he's like, "I'm going to do something." So the dad probably set up the camera. But that's like
insane.
Man.
You probably had no
Wild.
idea that it was going to be something like that. Like,
oh, not a
trying
chance.
to like that's insane.
Imagine if he never had that camera. How the hell do you prove any of that?
No.
How the hell do you even diagnose your issues? All of a sudden, all your symptoms and everything without even knowing that there's something in the air. Wild.
This is why when I lived in an apartment, I always wanted to be on the bottom floor because I'd rather deal with the noise than be stressed out about making the noise constantly and then having crazy neighbors. Because I'm like, I won't be crazy. I can deal with it. So, yeah. There's some wild people in those apartment buildings.
Oh, dude, I was same way. Like I remember I lived on the third floor of every apartment that I was on, mainly because it saved you money, right? I was like, I got to go upstairs. I get exercise and I save an extra $10 a month by going up the stairs, but that was just my philosophy. But yeah, I'm sure there were times where I was, I like had full arcade games in my third story apartment, and I would be pulling these giant arcade cabinets up the top and be like, so I'm sure that people like, fuck that guy. So
yeah, I always had a piano, so I was super stressed out about that. But I wasn't playing late at night, I tried to be respectful.
Oh, that's
But I also had like little children too, and you can't they're like always running around. So I never wanted to be on a higher floor. I always wanted to be on the bottom.
Mm-hmm. Man, well, I'm glad you didn't get poisoned.
Yeah. Well,
Glad
I
you're
was
here with
smart,
us.
Craig. I was smart.
She was quiet.
All right,
Assume everyone's crazy. That's what you
Yes,
gotta do these days.
There you go. Assume everybody is batshit crazy. Correct. All right, let's go ahead and draw our name for Twitch over here. I got it rolling over here, Phoenix. We're going to find out who it is using the hashtag Twitch. The winner is who gets the copy of Sex with Ogre. Give it up for Zero Nye over here with a nice Street Fighter Ken avatar. Zero Nye, congratulations. We will be gifting you Sex with Ogre. What a bizarre thing to say. I love it.
Tell your family what you won today.
Yeah, make sure you let them know, which is great. Man, okay, you guys have been extremely nice today. Give it up for Steven over here. More boobs, Phoenix.
Which one?
You gotta tell which
one?
boobs?
With the $50.
There you go.
Chat. Blabs, why don't you read that off?
Steven says, "Oh no, I can't breathe breathe. Oh no. Anyway, hi gang. I hope all of you have a happy Independence Day. Have a great week off. Also, don't forget to Poppy some love. Oh well, you don't get Poppy. You got titties instead.
Sorry. You get smothered over there. All right. And Christmas loving engineer also came in with the $50 super chat.
Okay, you're getting this.
Hey, a little diversity fun. Look at that. Look at that dog going. Hey, this is production value, y'all. This is give it up for Phoenix, everybody.
Are you not entertained?
All right, Christmas loving engineer Blabs, why don't you get that?
He says, hey y'all, even though I don't really watch much media or play much video games, y'all and the G&G crew are some of my favorite shows to watch. Thanks for getting me through the workday. P.S. Hope your cankle heals up well, Craig.
Jesus Christ.
He actually said cankle. I didn't change that.
It's pretty messed up. That's great. Thank you very much, Christmas loving engineer. Yes. So on next Friday, I'm getting my my cankle surgery. And yes, it is extremely swollen. It was described as chronically swollen when I saw the doctor recently. I was like, that's horrible. I didn't want anything chronically.
It was really
swollen
fat too when I saw it. It was like,
yeah,
really like,
it's not that bad. Not that bad.
no, it's a vastly noticeable between the two legs. Yes.
Well, yeah. Between
you
the
have
two
one
legs.
ankle and you have a cankle.
Okay, thank you, Blabs. Well, it'll all be fixed starting next Friday. So. Hence the vacay next week. So, all right. Hey, look, this is very political, this next topic, but it has a bigger discussion about media as a whole. Did you see the story that the Paramount CEO was talking about how the company had to pay $16 million to settle for the 60-minute lawsuit with Donald Trump? Did you guys see this story?
No.
Okay. So there was an interview that 60 Minutes did with Donald Trump that was totally taken out of context. Things that were put in, and they would there's an old Simpsons clip where Homer is getting interviewed by Hard Copy of all things. I think it was Hard Copy or something. And as he's they're showing the clip from his interview, they take what he said and they totally distorted it. And you know that because in the background there's a clock, and the clock's time keeps changing in the background. It changes forward and backwards and everything. It's really brilliant, right? So this was like 30 years ago, and I was like, oh, okay, that's pretty funny. But we all kind of knew it happened. But now this story comes out, and so they were sued over this, and the Paramount CEO addressed the company's $16 million payment to Donald Trump to settle his 60-minute lawsuit. And he says, companies often settle litigation to avoid high and somewhat unpredictable cost of legal defense, as well as to avoid, quote, reputational damage. Settlement offers a negotiated resolution to allow companies to focus on their core objectives, right? So the idea here being that we just want to move on from it. It could cost us more than the $16 million by the time it's all said and done here. So for those who don't know, here is the 60-minute interview that was run here. And this is the 60-minute edited Leslie Stahl interview with Trump in 2020 to cut all the facts about Joe Biden and his dealings with Ukraine. So on the top, you have the original. On the bottom, you have the edited here. This is what he was sued over. We're not going to watch all 5.5 minutes of this. But before we get into this, did anybody have any doubts that this was a thing, that the media would shift interviews and narratives to fit an agenda?
Oh, absolutely not. It's expected at this point. That's why no one believes them anymore.
Phoenix was literally laughing out loud from that.
As someone who actually was behind the scenes of a lot of these things, it's not shocking at all. They would do it all the time. Very agenda driven. Yeah.
Hold on. Tell us more.
I can say that I used to work in the industry, both TV and film, and also have friends that work at some very big news organizations. It's not, as I said, it is kind of the status quo to make one side look not so great and another one to look phenomenal.
So let's go take a look at this real fast. And Phoenix, I think you were cutting in and out a little bit there, just as you were talking. Just heads up. So let's go take a listen and see kind of what was said here, because there's a bigger bigger point of discussion here with this, but let's go and play this.
You would interview Joe Biden like you interview me. It would be so good. You know what?
You like this, I thought. I thought you
I don't
liked
mind it. I don't mind it.
Spock.
But when I watch him walk out of a store, he's in the midst of a scandal. His family is corrupt. Okay, he's corrupt. He's a corrupt politician. And he's walking with an ice cream.
Did you see how they just like blatantly took that out of there? That's insane to me. Blabs, you're shaking your head.
It's wild. I've not seen this, so it's insane. I know all these things have been edited. We knew that already. Like there was that interview with Kamala Harris, and that was heavily edited to make her look intelligent, even though it really didn't. Anyway, but yeah, this is not surprising, but it's still very insane to see.
We're 20 seconds into this, and we're already shaking our head.
Fucking ice cream, huh?
Des, I mean, are you surprised by this at all?
Oh, no, not at all. This is why I think that so many people are turning to like live streams of news stuff, because it's, you can't, I'm sure there is probably a way you could still, they'll figure it out to manipulate that system. But for now, like that's why everyone's getting their news elsewhere.
I think there's definitely something to that. The idea of like the live stream of conscious, like to where nothing can be taken out. That's why podcasts were so important in this last election. You saw, when Trump went on Joe Rogan, there was nothing to edit out. Like,
right
there it is. It's there. There's the conversation, right? When Bernie Sanders goes on Joe Rogan, there's nothing to edit out. There's the conversation. And that's what makes podcasts so valuable. And at its core, all podcasts are just conversations, right? But being able to take like this thought process of taking an interview and like editing it down, that's very like 20 years ago. It's obsolete at this point. Let's go and continue here and see how else this was edited here and why they settled for $16 million.
And the question the media asks him, what kind of ice cream, what flavor ice cream do you have? And he's in the midst of a scandal.
He's not.
And he's taking, of course he is,
No,
Leslie.
come on.
Of course he is.
You
See
know, they
that?
had the Senate
So you're like
Gaslighting.
you're like big tech. You're protecting him, and everyone is, except for
Yeah, but you're taking something.
So everything he's saying right now is not included on here, right? And you're right, the gaslighting here. Blabs, you look pissed.
I mean, listen, I'm not pissed. That's just my resting face. But it's really,
I'm
really
just relaxing.
Yeah, man, I'm just watching. But no, it's insane that all this stuff does get removed. Absolutely.
Let's go and continue.
That was investigated
Leslie,
by
let
a
me ask
Republican
you.
committee.
You think it's okay for the mayor of Moscow's wife to give him millions and millions of dollars, $3.5
All this, once again, still edited out.
million, to give his family $3.5? Do you think it's okay for Hunter Biden to say that we're giving the big guy 10% of this massive amount of money they're taking in? Do you think it's okay for all of these horrible things that you've seen, where they're getting hundreds of thousands and millions of
All still edited out.
dollars, where China gives them $1.5 billion to manage the family, $1.5 billion, and then he's supposed to negotiate? Let me tell you, it's the second biggest scandal. The biggest scandal was when they spied on my campaign.
Okay, so you get the point here. You get the idea of what's happening and why they settled for $16 million here, which, goes on to that this is not the first time this has happened. There was a 60 Minutes interview here. This is the one you referenced here, Blabs, as well, for Kamala Harris.
60 Minutes just caught editing Kamala Harris's interview to make her answers look better. Just wait until you see the comparisons to the original.
But it seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
Well, Bill, the work that we have done has resulted in a number of movements in that region by Israel that were very much prompted by or a result of many things, including our advocacy for what needs to happen in the region.
And here's the answer they want to show everyone else.
It seems that Prime Minister Netanyahu is not listening.
We are not going to stop pursuing what is necessary for the United States to be clear about where we stand on the need for this war to end.
You are fake news.
Sir, her response to this question was posted 2 days ago. You can look it up on YouTube. It's under Kamala discusses U.S. relationships with Israel. So they took an answer from one of her other questions and switched it around to this one to make it look better.
So that's even more fucked up. The idea that you would she said something totally separate, not even addressing the question, and they literally snipped it in to create a narrative around here, right? Hence why this lawsuit was happening right here. It seems totally valid why you would need to be sued here. But for me, this brings like a much bigger question. How much of the news that you have absorbed from major moments in history, how much of that has been a lie? How much of that has been crafted to fit a narrative? Pick any major moment in your life. I'm going to put on my tinfoil hat here. Like, put on. How much has been edited and crafted? Think about that. I don't know. I open it up to you guys. Like, do you guys think about that when you see something like this? Because like that's the first place my mind goes.
No, even like down to tiny things like Instagram ads. They'll say like, "Oh, this isn't edited like for like a makeup product or something," and it's like it looks like just flawless, beautiful skin. And it's like it was just this moisturizer, but like if you look closely, you can tell like that it was edited to jump. Like everything is so heavily edited these days. It's hard to really believe anything anymore on the internet.
Des?
Oh, I love the tinfoil hat. I
entertain
it all. Okay.
She's like, I got mine on right now. You just can't see it.
Let's go. Let's do it. Get
Are
get
you all
the
even
tinfoil hat
real?
on.
No, I don't believe a lot of stuff out there, but it's hard. I think that's really the hard thing right now, living in this day and age, is what to believe and what not to believe. It's tough. I don't really have the right answer, but I think you have to just kind of keep doing your research and try and find the people that you trust and keep an open mind. But it's rough.
Is there a moment or an event in history that you all look at and you go like, I don't really know about that. Just knowing what we know now about the just the sheer dishonesty. And once again, I want to remind you guys, we are on YouTube.
We're on Twitch too, so
yeah. Oh, that's true. We are on Twitch.
I'm gonna say I have a list, but
yeah.
Well,
I think a lot of people
next.
woke up around the sickness period. I think that we can all agree. So many people woke up.
A lot.
Yes. 2020 was a big year for the awakening, if you will.
That's when like even children learn the term gaslighting. Like my kids know that word, gaslight. Like I didn't know that word when I was 12 years old, but everyone knows that word now because it's become so common.
I would say for me, like I can say this, it's fine, don't worry. But like it was probably like a year into Trump's first presidency because I didn't get political at all or anything. And I started noticing and this is from people that I personally knew on Facebook and stuff, just posting all this weird stuff. And I'm like, how would this guy become president if all this stuff was true? It's getting a little crazy, like Photoshop pictures of him with certain people. And so I started to look into it. I'm like, this isn't true. Like, why don't you guys look into it? And I lost friends and some family doesn't talk to me because of it, just for questioning things. And that's when I really woke up.
It's amazing to see. And yeah, like I have family members. I have tons of friends who want nothing to do. Well, I'd say former friends who want nothing to do with me because, like for me, the COVID was a big eye opener for me, right? Obviously. But, obviously everything going on right now with men and women and all that stuff. Like I've said this many, many times, my biggest crime is knowing what a man is, right? And knowing what a woman is. But it's not, it doesn't, listen, don't let the facts get in the way of your feelings over here, kids, and when you see what's going on with the news and settlements like this, where they say, look, we know we're going to lose more money if we actually go to this, because it's so blatantly obvious here that we've edited this and it was malicious. I just go down the line of every single major world event over the last 50 years. And I personally go in and question every single one of them. Cause if they can edit it, that just a simple interview that is, leading up to the election, why would they not edit other things or change things or create a narrative around other things? I don't know. What about you guys, chat? What do you guys think?
I think that's also what's so scary, where why people get so scared about AI too, and how that's going to factor into even more of the of all the gaslighting and lies that are going to be fed to us.
AI is I've said this many times, I think it's a great tool to use. I use AI on a day-to-day basis, ChatGPT or Grok or whatever it is. But yes, I think that's going to be one of the biggest issues with education moving ahead, is teaching kids how to think critically while still using AI as a tool, because it's not going away. They're going to use it. You saw that kid who graduated Stanford, and he had his ChatGPT, computer holding it up, and he's like, "This was my essay that I finished," and everyone's like, "Oh, you fucking asshole," didn't even write it. So,
well,
yeah.
I'm more worried about. I know that you can't avoid AI, and there's a lot of useful tools, and I'm not arguing that, but just even like having scenes that didn't happen look so realistic, to who knows, just be the spark of creating a war or something. It could get pretty wild. I think. I don't know. I don't think that's crazy of a line of thought to go down.
Well,
but
there we
I
go.
guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah. We've seen quite a bit when it comes to the news, and we know that it's happening. And if it's happened at CBS, if it happened at ABC and NBC and every other news outlet, any other major news outlet across the world, said question everything, as they say. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for your support today. If you're just joining us, we're in the middle of the Side Scrollers Summer Super Sexy Subathon over here. As for, you see the bars on the top of your screen right there. Every 25 memberships, we are gifting out a super sexy game. The next game is Sex with Hitler 2069. Our winners today have been they're just overjoyed with excitement. Blabs, our winners today include who, Blabs?
Okay, so Jiggly Saint, Mo, Lester, I have to separate that, Mimic Lives, and Zeronai.
All right.
Yeah.
So yes, we are, let's see, we are 17 away from YouTube for another one. We are 21 away for Twitch, and looks like we are 19 away on Kick over there, which is just absolutely great. So thank you guys very much. Oh, one other thing, if you notice on the bottom of the screen, now is a great time to become a Plus member. Head on over there and join us over on Side Scrollers Plus. Do we have new members? Let's go.
No, you said new member, so I pressed the button.
Oh, okay. Well, join us over at Side Scrollers Plus. Use promo code Subathon and get $30 off your annual membership. You'll get that notification whenever we have a new member, which is great. So, all right, let's get to some quick supers real fast, Blabs. And then I want to get into this other story about entitled streamers.
Okay, so there was one that I missed from Plus. Lando says, at Phoenix, running interference for Craig so all the harem rumors die down. It ain't working, buddy. Christian says, Wicked! Sorry, Blabs, lasagna soup is amazing. I don't agree with that. Six String says, I think I'd rather chew on glass than win one of those games. I'll take a Montez. Thank you for the gift and memberships. I think we got those already. And then Hatch Slay says, the wiki article is wild. The game received generally negative reviews, with critics disputing the game's portrayal of Hitler as having two testicles. I don't know what I just read, but thank you.
I don't know what's going on, but that's all right.
I guess I gotta do this one from Modest for 10. Says,
I got it.
Oh.
Hey, bada bing. My last dono is used to use till you come back. Who's these people? I come in late and use add three's people. Phoenix, you might be gay. Too many new people. It can be, I can't make fun. Craig, you gay is, I guess. Thank you very much, Modest. Appreciate that.
Gay!
Yes, so gay. Well, in the middle of your screen is Lady Desiree, newest member of Side Scrollers Plus, and to her right, your left, that is Wicked Virtue, also member of Side Scrollers Plus. You can find both their channels, links down below, over on Rumble, YouTube, Kick, all over the place. So you can find their links in the description, which is great. Okay, let's keep on rolling out, man. Hey guys, thank you very much for to Sphincter.
What?
for your for subscribing over on Twitch, which is outstanding at twitch.tv/Stuttering Craig. Just heads up. So Patty Quinn came in with 420 bits. Says, "It's my boy Phoenix. Oh my God, is that my number one piano player, lady D? Also Craig. Also hi Craig and Wicked. Bada bing, Blabs, Blab Italy. Thank you, Patty Quinn. Appreciate your support. And Mr. Wombat, thank you very much for your Prime sub." Tenarian says, I'd rather not go to a Disney park anywhere in the world, but the First Descendant just put up a water park and cocktail bar in the lobby. Plus, they just released a bunch of swimsuits. Sexy subathon indeed. Thank you, Tenarian. And Dragon DJ, thank you very much for your Prime sub over on Twitch. I saw we just had 5 more gifted subs come in over on YouTube, which is outstanding. Thank you very much to Stephen Miller for the 5 over on YouTube. Okay. I saw this and I thought, wow, this lady is both crazy and out of touch, and she drives me crazy. This is a streamer called Snowwcone. Has anybody ever heard of this lady before?
I have. I saw this video a couple of days ago. She's a moron, to put lightly.
Okay. Yes, but have you ever seen Snowwcone before?
I have never seen this like vampire-looking chick before in my life. No.
Well,
She looks mad.
She doesn't angry. Snowwcone has about 80,000 followers over on Twitch. That's outstanding. Good for her. Clearly makes a good living over on Twitch based off of this right here. Snowwcone talks about how expensive it is to be a content creator. So here we go. Let's check out this 29-second clip of this wonderful person talking about the money that they make.
I don't know how expensive it is to keep up with content creation. You can get a 10K check from Twitch. What the fuck is a 10K check when you gotta spend 5K on trips just to travel, $500 on setup shit, fucking $2,000 on your rent, fucking $200 on Wi-Fi, $200 on IRL toolkit. You gotta pay the clippers, pay a YouTube editor. Chat, I don't think y'all realizing I be going into negative doing this shit, okay? Y'all know.
So she's very clearly articulate.
She's super eloquent in her.
I can't stand girls that sound like that. She sounds like a bro girl. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
she's a ghetto. She's trying to be something she's not.
Well, this may be her future, this face, but regardless.
Oh no! With the lips open and everything.
I wonder how much money she spends on her lips. She definitely spends a lot on that.
So let's
2K on injections.
2K on. So
I've
first
been
and
going
foremost,
with Botox on my face.
why do you need to spend? There's obviously a lot of questions here. Why do you need $5,000 to travel to go anywhere? Is on a month-to-month basis you're traveling $5,000? Yeah, where she going to?
She's got to do first class, and she's got to keep up with the injections, and probably buy clothes and stuff. Like, it's a hard life for her. It sounds like it. Yeah.
Well, if she's spending all this money and all this stuff, like, she's very clearly doing it wrong. Like, it doesn't really matter where you're at. Like, why don't you just, if you're truly like an IRL streamer, why don't you just go out and about? Right? You don't need to go to fancy places. How about you maybe limit your spending just a tad? I've said this before, and I said this again. I've been in Blabs has seen this for sure. I've been doing this for 20 years. And if there's one thing I've learned over running businesses online for 20 years, it's that content creators suck at business. They suck. They don't know how to manage money. They don't know how to answer emails. They don't know how just go down the list of all the things that a regular anybody, it's like they lucked into this thing where they just started making money online. And we're going to see this more and more because it's easier to make money now than it's ever been online. At least, if you go back 10, 15 years ago, it's more acceptable, right? Being a streamer isn't as looked down on as it was 10, 15 years ago. And so, yeah, I mean, she's clearly doing it wrong, but there's a lot, anybody who succeeds on YouTube or Twitch or Kick or pick any platform you want, you have to be good with money. You have to be good with communication. And so many of these people, like this Snowwcone lady, she's dog shit at all this stuff. It's amazing. Blabs, you were saying, yeah.
I don't know, that people just don't know how to answer emails in a timely manner or anything that's to do with businesses. I could get responses months later, but your invitation already expired for the dates that I gave you, you know, things like that. But no,
Right.
she's absolutely stupid. Also, there's a rumor going around that she doesn't live by herself, so I feel like her rent expenses and stuff are probably blown out of proportion. Just saying, especially $400 on Wi-Fi. What the fuck? Who has $400 on Wi-Fi a month? Where are you living?
Even
Where?
business Wi-Fi is not that much.
No, where's this money coming from? I don't think she is accurate in her statements whatsoever. Any of her expenses. It's all blown out of proportion. She's just exaggerating. And the fact is, if you are not making money, why are you still on Twitch then? She's like, I'll be going broke with the numbers. Yeah, no, clearly you're an idiot and go get a job elsewhere then.
You know what I could do with $5,000 to travel? I'm going everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, everywhere. I don't even know. I don't need first class. I'm taking the cheapest flights. I'll eat at McDonald's. I don't care. I'm going everywhere.
That's what I'm talking about.
$5,000. I think I didn't even spend that for Japan, and Japan's expensive. You know, the flights there and back. Like, what the fuck? Where's she going?
Well, $5,000's a lot of money. And Blue Six points out there's Asmongold over here making $36,000 in a single stream, and he hasn't left his house in years, right? So this got me thinking as I was looking at, you know, we've seen that Lacey guy who's like, I went from making $10,000 a stream to only $2,000 a stream, and everyone's like, yeah, fuck off, you twat. But that got me thinking, like, you know, we're looking to get into, you know, we're doing more and more content creation over here on Plus, you know, with side scrollers. We did King of the Couch recently. We're going to be doing some more events. We're going to be announcing those once we get back from vacation. But, you know, I also want to get into like other series and such. So if I was to create like a simple lifestyle show, you remember that show back in the day with Paris Hilton and the other girl, right? Where they took them out of their whole wonderful, comfy surroundings and made them actually work. I think that premise would work phenomenally with streamers, to where you take them out and you put them in a McDonald's, or you put them in a field, or you know, like that are dirty jobs, and you make them actually realize how lucky they are to have their job, how fortunate they are to have grown this audience, because that's something that these people, these kids, mostly kids, have no idea how grateful they should be. The idea that
put them in the field and call it touch grass.
Yeah, there you go. I like it. I'm writing it down. Touch grass. I'm writing it. Love it.
They're not going to get tips for literally everything they do.
Right.
So they're going to be doing some hard work, and no one's going to drop them a 5.
Right. Exactly. Could you imagine them up there like grabbing potatoes, putting them in a bag or something like that, and they're like, yo, chat, thanks for the gifted subs, you know?
I used to manage a restaurant, and I would love to see some of these younger creators try and even just like work a fryer. It would be insane. I'm sure they could figure it out at some point, but I don't know. Yeah. Phoenix is right. No tips.
I'd love to see these people get up at like 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning, go work in agriculture where you work like 12-hour days. You have maybe 30 minutes for lunch, like have fun. They won't last 2 hours.
Good luck, Buttercup.
It'll be beautiful.
Okay, I love it. I love it. So I'm gonna workshop this idea a little more. Maybe put together a budget. Maybe we do a pilot for it and put it out there and see if we can maybe see what happens with this.
Like an office style pilot trying to teach people how to cook.
Dude, I would love that. I would love to do that. So anyways, I there are a number of different creators out there that would fit this wonderfully. I think this would be a really, really great thing to do for sure. So man, speaking of gifted subs, Kalichi came in with 5 gifted subs. We are now 6 away from our next gifted game, which is great. Kalichi Oki, thank you very much for the 5 gifted. Also, Psychotic Mongoose also came in and gifted over on YouTube, which is just outstanding. Thank you guys very much. Cynical Crusader says Snowwcone is the female DSP.
I wouldn't go that far. We don't know her enough yet.
I mean, I don't know, but I didn't know that there was somebody on that level. I bet Snowwcone probably does better than DSP.
I think so too. She is a woman. That gives a little benefit, tits and all on the internet.
Look at this. My daughter just dropped this off. says enjoy. We love you, and it has a little
Aw.
It looks like the little guy from Squid Game's face on it.
Aw.
Which is wonderful.
We need the Squid Game music right now.
I wonder what it is. Let's find out what it is.
Chicken.
It's a pancake. All
A
right.
pancake.
All right. Oh, maybe this is a pancake with butter on it. Maybe that's what
Yeah, it's probably a pancake.
That's probably going to get flipped. Pancake.
It's a pancake.
What's in the box?
It's a pancake.
That's so
Hey,
cute.
Give it up for Sphincter, who came in with 500 bits over on Twitch. Thank you very much. Appreciate your support, guys. Love what we got going on today. Great vibes, really positive, chill vibes over here.
We're just a bunch of chill creators over here.
That's right. So chill, so positive. All right. Wherever you guys are watching, do us a favor, hit the follow button, subscribe button, hit the thumbs up button. We appreciate that greatly. We are in the middle of our subathon right now. The subathon being on YouTube, it'd be like the member-a-thon or the Twitch subathon or the Kick subathon. Every 25 on each respective platform, we're going to be gifting out a super sexy game, which Blabs, do you know the next game that we're gifting out?
Wait, was the Hitler 2069? Or are we starting over again?
Yeah, we're at 2069. Yeah, that's coming up
Yeah.
next. So we're closing in.
Graphics.
Closing in.
You know.
I
Guys,
don't
thank you
really
for-
understand that game.
There's
Hitler
not-
in the
You
future.
shouldn't want to understand it, Des.
Yeah.
What's
Des?
not to understand?
I mean, does he like look different? And
Hey, new and improved graphics. More colorful.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all I'll say.
All right. That's all I want to know.
But yeah.
She's like, that's more than I wanted to know. Thanks.
Like a super neon condom or something like that. Cyberpunk.
Strobe colors.
Thanks.
I'm gonna have a bite of this pancake over here while you guys are figuring out what the game's going on. But either way, thank you guys very much. Oh, it smells delicious. That's good. All right, let's see. What are
Wait. I'm just gonna say, Craig always gets mad at me if I even have like a little snack on stream. And here he is, munching away on a pancake. What is this? Rules for thee, but none for me? Like, this is some bullshit. Bullshit. I'm calling
Blabs.
HR later. Like, you're talking into the microphone with food in your mouth and everything. This is exactly what you tell me not to do, and I don't even talk with food in my mouth in the first place.
Let's go get some chips and rebel.
You have to save yourself, Craig.
What do I have to say for myself?
Yeah.
It's good to be the boss.
Yeah, fuck that, man.
Let's go. I'll put it up for you, Blabs. Listen,
What?
would you want me to disrespect my children by not having it?
So I can grab food and not disrespect my stomach in a bit.
Blabs, yes, there will. Yes, I'm not asking you to not eat all day.
Well, no. I'm saying like on a normal day because I'm always hungry sometimes. So I'm just be like,
Blabs, we've been doing the show for 2.5 years. You haven't like adjusted your timetable yet.
so I get hungry.
She gets hangry.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of, today we are going extra long, guys. So just keep us on throughout the day. We appreciate you guys popping in and joining us. This is our last stream before we go on vacation, as tomorrow's July 4th. We won't be around for that because America. And then next week, we're taking the week off just to kind of reboot, reset. And we'll be coming back strong on July 14th. That is Monday. So next week, you won't see us. But there will still be plenty of videos going up on YouTube and everywhere else. So make sure you guys
Including
obviously-
side terminals over on Plus next week, exclusively on Plus.
Yes.
That features myself, Wicked, Dez, and Phoenix. The only
We
one not
live here
featured
now.
right
And
now is
Eric.
Watch
Yeah.
us slowly
Yeah.
slip
He's
into
in chat, though.
madness.
Hi, Eric and chat. Yeah, so side terminals, and I made a good job, I think. Phoenix approved my video.
I made
good,
a
kid.
I made a good job.
I made good.
Made good. All right. Well, you can see the sub numbers are going up today. I love to see that, guys. Thank you very much for your support today. Outstanding. 44 YouTube members, 204 YouTube Twitch subs, and 56 Kick subs. Love that. Thank you guys very much. 6 away from the YouTube side of it to hit 50. And let's see if we can get there with Twitch and Kick, guys. Thank you very much. All right, let's go get to this. Now, I've been talking about actually this for the last couple days. But look, I don't know what you guys think of Sneako. I personally think, look, I've said this before. I don't think you bat 100 like on anything, really, right? There are people who say really stupid things that I don't agree with, that I agree with some other things that they say, right? I think that if you know, it's not everything is black and white. Now, Sneako, I don't agree with him on a lot of things, but in this case, I think what he says, there is a lot of truth to that. Before we get into what he says, do y'all have any preconceived notions on Sneako?
Yeah, he's a cock.
I don't really know who that is.
Okay.
He literally
I've
is
heard
the
the name.
definition of a cock. He watched his girlfriend get fucked.
Oh, well, I agree with Blabs then.
He literally is the definition. And he's not actually all that based. I hate the way that everyone says, oh, he's so based, because he says something logical for a change. Like, can we just go back and say, he said something intelligent, not, so he's so based. Like, that applies to everybody in the world. Like, let's just stop with that. Just be like, oh, good, you said something logical.
You're only based if everything you say is smart. Everything you says is smart.
Well, this was logical.
There you go.
Des, do you have any preconceived notions on Sneako?
He's a character. He's a character. Go ahead, Craig.
Okay. So this was apparently a live stream where Destiny, who is another live streamer, who's like a super political live streamer, his son, I didn't know he had a 14-year-old son, was on. And Sneako is reacting to this. Now, Destiny's son, his 14-year-old son, is over here on the right side. So just kind of pay attention to the way he reacts, the way that he looks, and what he says in particular.
Streamer Destiny's son says Hitler was a great guy.
What would dismantling like Israel look like in your opinion? Like,
I'd say it'd be mass execution of all the high-ranking officers in the military. It'd be mass execution of the.
Okay, so he's saying some pretty crazy things for a 14-year-old. Just pay attention to his mannerisms here as well. I'm actually going to drop this down because we're probably going to get flagged for even just talking about that on having them play it here. But we are reacting to this, so you know it is what it is. But more than anything, I want you to pay attention to his mannerisms here. Okay, you get the gist. This is a very political thing. Just watch his mannerisms as he's talking here. Okay, and he's saying some pretty hot things for like a 14-year-old kid to say here. And once he stops, then I want to hear what Sneako has to say here, which is something I've never said before. But here we go. Let me go ahead and play this now, okay? Because you heard what he was saying over here. Here we go.
He's shaking a lot, bro. Like, he's shaking a lot. I know what it was like to take 60 milligrams of Adderall at 13, 14, and this is what it looks like. Also, this is a different level of chronically online, like what he's talking about and who he's speaking to. This guy should be playing sports. He should be playing basketball, playing soccer, doing jujitsu or boxing right now. Why is he on a stream with Tyson Hockley talking about Hitler? What, bro? He should not be talking about Hitler on a podcast when he's 14. Like it's not even his own YouTube channel. This should not be a childhood. No, poor kid. Like dead ass, bro. I feel for him. I think.
So that's pretty much the idea here. This idea that, you know, I've heard over and over again that, you know, everything is political, right? And that has certainly become a thing over the last few years. But now we're at a point to where you've got a 13 or 14-year-old kid talking about these like super political topics, when in reality, they don't know what they're talking about here. But I do think what Sneako is saying is like, look, what is this kid doing? Like, he should be outside playing with his friends. He should be playing sports. He should be playing video games and playing Mario Kart and things like that. That's what I mean by when I say I don't think Sneako's wrong at all in this instance.
Yeah, no, I can agree with that. Kids need to be outside more. The screens are really messing them up. It probably started in the 90s. I feel like millennials were like the last age of like where it was normal to go out and play hide and seek and just be outside all summer. Now kids just sit inside and play games and just look at screens, and it's definitely affecting the way they think. And then, you know, the parents, you know, you can tell when a kid's talking and it's their parent talking. Like you said, like no 14-year-old has a deep thought like that. An example is my niece years ago, and she was probably about that age. She was talking to me about Black History Month, and she's like, yeah, they whitewash it. And I was like, what do you mean by that? And she couldn't explain it to me, but that was her teacher talking. And I'm like, it was so weird. I'm like, what do you mean by that? Do you even know what whitewashing means? And she didn't.
Wow. Des, as a mom, like when you see a kid acting like that, 14 years old, literally trembling from the drugs that they're on, and hearing, things that have been planted in his brain from his parents. Just how do you feel about that? I mean, I in this instance, I think Sneako is correct.
I mean, I don't have a problem with children talking about politics. I think that, you can learn about politics early and talk to your family about it and have discussions, and that's all great. Whatever. I'm not going to make any comment on even what he was saying, but just talking about politics in general. What I have a problem with is putting it online for people who don't know you to see and critique and have that there forever. I think that's a form of child abuse to allow your child to do something like that, because that's, it's one thing to have discussions or with people, and you can entertain and be devil's advocate and learn and that sort of thing. But like that, there's no healthy outcome when you put it up there on the internet. That's a 14-year-old is not equipped to deal with the backlash of something wild that they might say. They're just not. Like, a lot of adults aren't even equipped for that, but certainly not a 14-year-old who's now going to be branded a certain way the rest of his life. So I think that is, abusive for
Blabs,
on the parents. And
what about you, Blabs?
Oh, no, I agree with everyone, both Wicked and Des. I don't think kids should be on the internet. I mean, when I was 14, we didn't even have all this bullshit streaming stuff. Or, like, we had it, but, like, it wasn't like this, obviously. So we were just, posting stupid selfies on Snapchat or whatever, or going to the park and hanging out. Like, it's so drastically different. And, like, it was only, like, a decade and a half ago, really. So the fact that it's just changed so drastically, I don't even know how, like, this generation's going to grow up. I really don't, because, like, they're not really children anymore. They're already, like, little baby adults. So it's like, how do they work? How do they function in society? I don't know.
It's something that I know that I'm very conscious of, right? With my kids, 13 and 11-year-old daughters, and just seeing, I feel like there should be a shield from, like, IRL conversations. Like, there's certain things that kids don't need to know about, and the genocide taking place overseas or whatever it may be is not one of those things. Or whitewashing Black History Month. Like, what?
Yeah,
like,
seriously. And I was like, what does that even mean?
And what was and her response was what?
She couldn't answer me, and she was so young. It was just something she heard from her teacher, and I was like,
Parroting. Yeah.
She was parroting, yeah, and she was young, so it's like, I'm not gonna, like, clown her for that, but it's
you should have clowned her.
I should have clowned her. Yeah, well, I asked her. I pushed by asking, because her parents don't do that. And I just kind of pushed her a little bit to, like, explain to me what she meant by that, and she just couldn't. So, like, don't say things. And it might have been a learning moment for her. She hasn't brought anything like that up to me since. This was years ago. But I told her, I'm like, if you don't know what something means, don't push the message. Don't repeat it to people if you don't understand what you're saying. So maybe she learned.
Yeah, well, it's a shame to see a situation like that where this kid he's already lost before he has a chance to get on the road, and I think that's the saddest thing is these kids are all developing, they're all growing, they're all figuring it out. And I have the saying with my daughters. I say, what's the rule? And they know the rule is, in particular, boys are dumb from the ages of 10 to 30, right? They're just dumb. And
you could go higher.
All right. This is just the rule, right? But that can go with boys and girls. Like, girls in particular are stupid. They're way too emotional, when it comes to this, especially as teenagers and such. So these are learning malleable kids, which also goes back to, what you're saying, Wicked, this idea of these teachers kind of propagandizing and this thought process of whitewashing and putting their own little narrative on things like that. It's amazing to see the state that things are in right now. And hopefully things are starting to correct course there. So, Phoenix, you got anything to close that out, buddy?
No, I agree with everyone here, and the new generation actually really scares me. Everything everyone said, I'm echoing. I completely agree, 100%.
There are a lot of.
Go ahead.
There's a lot of hope for the new generations too. I just want to put that out there because, I do talk a lot about politics with my kids, and they are very smart children too. Like they are very high IQ. So we were talking about this stuff really, really early on when they were young. I think the difference again is just, I don't think they should be putting stuff out there on video to talk about when they don't fully understand everything. But I think it is good to talk about stuff. And I think there is a rising generation that is really pushing back against all this chaos and craziness in the world. And they are, there is still some hope there. And they've got some really good, smart, good friends too. So don't lose too much hope.
I think you're seeing some
I
really,
agree.
really great parenting in kids. And then there's the complete polar opposite. I'm not finding a lot of middle ground. It's either people completely detached from
Yes.
reality, and then those who are locked in, doing great parenting. The kids look hopeful, but we need a little bit more of that gray. That's what has me nervous.
Yeah.
Well,
It
the
is
gray-
very extreme. I agree.
The gray is filled by teachers who are teaching Wicked's, niece or
communism.
whatever. Right.
Yeah.
No, that's the scary part of it. Someone who is not a communist. Kara Lynn came in with 5 gifted subs to the channel. Thank you very much, Kara. Great to see you. Hopefully all is well. Look forward to having you on the show very, very soon. And hang out with our friends over at Rip Reverse. And Vescorbino came in with 10 gifted memberships over on YouTube. How great is that? Thank you guys very much. We did hit our new goal over here.
I'm going to hit a button. We hit a goal. Here.
Hey, it's Blabs. There she is.
With Wicked's hoodie.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's good stuff. Way to go, Phoenix.
Blabs is a thug. You saw it here first.
Blabs is a thug.
That's right.
Right.
Better
All right.
watch your 6.
She's gonna start calling herself Snowwcone number 2.
All right.
No, I can't. My IQ won't drop.
With that said, use the hashtag to be entered into the winner for the next game, which is Sex with Hitler 2069. Use hashtag thug in the chat for Blabs right there. Hashtag thug.
That's right.
And we'll get you guys entered in for the giveaway here. And maybe you, friends, can win Sex with Hitler 2069 right there. So there you go. Use that hashtag thug no matter where you're watching. Would really appreciate that. And what are we doing? I love the fact that we're giving these games away. So stupid.
Did you ever see yourself in this position? Did you ever see yourself at this age talking about winning Sex with Hitler? Did that ever...
No, it's really, it's honestly funny though. It really is.
Yeah, no, exactly.
It's really funny. I love it. All right, we're going to start collecting some names over there. Hashtag thug, no matter where you're watching, Rumble, Kick, Twitch, YouTube, whatever. Appreciate you guys. Let's keep on gifting out some games today. It's going to be great. Let's get to some real fast super chats. First, I want to get to Modest, who says, "Hey, bada bing! I remember when a rental place having porn was a scandal. A child is offended. Burn the Constitution. Ugh, I'm starting to agree." Thank you, Modest Rat. Appreciate that. Blaz, what else we have from the super side of things?
Okay, so we actually have plenty. So Nick says, that's her secret, Craig. Blabs is always hungry. I kind of agree with that. That's true.
Yes.
Let me try to get all the 10s real fast. Rudy says, RIP to Diogo Jota, who died in a car accident this morning. He was a football player and dad of 3 who just won the league championship and got married last week. He was only 28. Life is short, folks. I'm very sorry. Rest in peace. Wow. Star Phoenix says, and subject illegal aliens to them, send them to Alligator Thunderdome, a gaggle of alligators versus Disney adults. 2 groups go in, only 1 leaves. The idea sells tickets by itself. Okay. We have Vagabond who says, hello from Guam. Just wanted to show some support before I head to bed. Found you guys through Leaflet. I've already binged 3 episodes at work yesterday. Keep up the great work. Well, thank you. Hi for being here and shout out to Leaflet.
Thank you. Yeah.
Let me hit up another. Okay, we have Rivian who says McDonald's can keep their curly fries, but I'm waiting for the McPuffin. I'm loving it. Oh, for fuck's
Oh,
sakes.
yeah.
Ian says, sex with Stalin. Can't wait to seize his means of production. Oh my God. Okay, thanks, Ian. Oh, hang on. Let me grab this one real fast since it was from Eric. Eric says, yeah, member for 26 months. Thank you very much, Eric.
Oh.
Mr. Wombat says, if I have to deal with those lunatics anytime I'm at Disney, I'm absolutely drinking around the world. Thank you. Dave says, Blabs, It is a teaching moment. Go to Olive Garden, explain why the food is not true Italian food because it's literally not. The end.
I want to see you go there and go, excuse me, waiter, do you have anything that's not shit? That's what I want to see you actually.
Ma quick, che cosa questa merda qui, you know? Yeah, totally. Bentley for 10 says, speaking of tinfoil hats, would you believe that Des has made a tinfoil hat for all her bees? I thought it was a little much myself, but I respect it. That's probably why her honey is so good. Hashtag Montez. So do you have tinfoil hats for your bees, Des?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
of
okay.
course. Yeah. Every single millions.
And then Steven says actor Michael Madsen has passed away today. He was 67 years old. Really? All right. Well, thank you for letting me know. Rest in peace. And I have to grab this one because this is funny. Rantin Ryan for 2 says Blabs is not Snowwcone number 2. She'd be Italian Ice. Yeah, that's my new thug name, Italian Ice. Okay. What do you think, Craig? How's that pancake?
Pretty good. Not gonna lie. All right, let's go draw a name using hashtag thug in the chat. Let's find out who it is. Here we go. It's draw him. Here we go. Who's gonna win? Sex with Hitler 2069. Oh.
I thought it was Eric for a second.
Oh, Captain EO did. All right, let's go. Captain EO over on YouTube. Congratulations. What a great name. It's great to see you, Captain EO. Michael Jackson. All right, love that. Wow. What a great tie-in to the next story. What an excellent tie-in right here. By the way, real quick, give it up for Ken, who gifted 5 subs over on Twitch. Thank you very much, Ken. Appreciate your support. Once again, every 25 gifted memberships or subs or whatever it is over on your appropriate channel, we're going to be gifting out another game right here. You can see we are 16 away over on YouTube. We are 16 away over on Twitch, and we are, let's see, was that quick math, 19 away over on Kick. Let's keep going, baby. Let's go. All right. Speaking of Disney, now look, there's been a lot of controversy around Disney recently, and a lot of it stems around Lily Tino. Blabs, what's Lily Tino's real name?
Nicholas.
All right. Well, Nicholas is known for going to restaurants and being upset for being misgendered over here. Now, recently, Nick was at Disney and was also misgendered. So let's go take a look here, because this was a video that got passed around. He was so upset. This is just one of those things that Nick does here. We have a follow-up here.
That is fancy looking. Cool.
The bottom is like he has a deeper voice than me over here. Like
from Thailand?
Coconut bread from Thailand.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Ma'am.
No, ma'am. Sorry, my bad. And
my bad, sir.
Oh man, my bad, sir. That waiter. I like that waiter.
Screaming internally.
From Thailand?
Coconut bread from Thailand.
Yes, sir.
Cool. Ma'am.
No, ma'am. Sorry, my bad.
I like that we're all giggling over here at this. Oh, as he's just screaming internally.
Look at his face of disappointment.
And the middle one is from India. It's the papadom with the gingerbread chutney.
Okay.
And the third is from Brazil.
Okay. So you get the idea here. And he asked for a refund on the bread. He's like, I just don't even want to eat it. I'm so disgusted right now. Oh. So this is what he's been known for. And when I say he, here he is, right? Here's Nicholas over here before he decided to do that to himself. Totally stable thought process here, you know? And once again, he's an adult. If he wants to do that, that's fine. But I think when he is over, I mean, it's not really fine, but it doesn't mean I still can't giggle at his mental problems. With that said, sorry, I just look at that. When you start making a public nuisance out of yourself, when you start dealing with women's spaces, when you start dealing with children's spaces, that's where you mess up, right? And that is where he messed up recently, when he went into a bathroom and was raiding all the women's bathrooms at Disney World. Do y'all remember this story?
No.
Yes.
No. So Wicked, he went into these and he raided all of the bathrooms. Now, here's the issue. Disney and Florida have Florida more particular, has rules and laws against filming in places like this, right? And also on top of that, there are women in the background, in case you can't tell. So he is now under investigation by the Florida Attorney General for his bathroom pictures in the women's restrooms at Disney World. He faces 5 years in prison and a $5,000 fine.
That good. Why would you do that? I mean, I know Disney, like, obviously probably doesn't care, like, about the whole, like, you know, men going into women's bathroom, but like Florida as a whole definitely cares about that. But the filming, that's the problem. Like, I don't know why he would go in there and think that it's okay to just do that. Sometimes women are like, you know, I don't know, it's just like a personal area. Even I know, like, in the stalls where they do their business and all that, but like, no, he deserves to get in trouble for that. What the heck? I'd be so mad if I see a picture of me like in the bathroom circulating.
That's exactly what happened. As a matter of fact, there was another TikToker in a bathroom that was in the background that were apparently only showed like from their face up, and the whole body was shown in the background. So it kind of ruined some of the appeal. And apparently that TikToker was thinking about like a lawsuit as well, in addition to the AG stuff. But there's been a lot of heat recently around this. Now, obviously, the idea of being sent to prison for 5 years is kind of a big deal. And the heat has gotten a little bit too much for Lily Tino, this Disney predator over here, as Nicholas is stepping away from social media here. Let's see what Nicholas has to say.
So the whole point of why I do what I do, which is create content, is to educate and entertain. And I think that recently my content has taken a bit of a shift to be more, well, I'm hurt.
I'm hurt.
I am.
Real quick. Yeah. Was it Phoenix?
No one gives a shit.
Can we just, I have not watched this whole thing, but let me just throw this out there. How much of what he says will be built around him? Me. Going back to the idea of this person is an extreme narcissist.
Yes.
Just going to throw it out there. So let's go continue. See what else Nick has to say here.
Deeply hurt because of the amount of hate that I've gotten over the past 3 years doing this.
For going into women's bathrooms?
2.5 years. And that hurt has influenced the way that I do things. As a content creator,
as a predator,
as a streamer, I'm always on camera, talking all the time, daily updates about where I'm at. And I think that the hurt that I feel has influenced the way that I've pushed in my content to be confrontational and be in your face about what I'm trying to do, which is ultimately teach people about trans things.
Emotional damage.
Ladies, do you listen? I'm just a male here. I'm just a dude. How do you feel about this, ladies?
Can you imagine going to the bathroom and then this man is in the stall next to you and he's not peeing sitting down because he has a dick, and this giant like flow of pee is just, you just hear it right next to you. Can you imagine like what the fuck is going on in there? Like, seriously.
I'd be scared. I'd be like, what's happening? Are you okay over there, lady? And then he busts out of the stall and I'm like, okay, that makes me even more scared. Yeah, but I just want to point out real quick that he looks like Miss Trunchbull from Matilda.
Oh my god!
Oh yeah, yeah.
I was thinking that the whole time he was talking. That's all I was thinking about.
Wait, what is it? Miss what?
Miss
Trunchbull from Matilda.
Yeah, the evil principal.
Yeah, the principal from Matilda.
Okay, let's
the movie that came out in the 90s.
Yeah. Please tell me you've seen Matilda.
Oh wow. Yeah, I'm
He said,
familiar with it.
wow. He's like, you see?
Okay. All right, hold on. Let me get this pulled up so everyone's on the same page here. So just okay. Oh my God, that's actually pretty good. Phoenix, go pull me up real quick.
Sure.
Oh, sorry, the screen. Oh, okay. And here we go.
Yep.
The crunch. All right,
spot on.
Do we care? We'll see what else we can.
You're giving us emotional damage listening to this, man.
I know, but maybe Phoenix can deliver some more bangers here as we go.
Hopefully, make for a more accepting world.
Oh.
But I don't want the hurt.
Okay, here's my issue with that. The idea of accepting world. Why do I need to accept you when you can't accept yourself? I don't think that's that crazy of a statement. If you can't accept yourself to the point where you have to change your entire identity, I don't feel like I need to change my thoughts because you can't accept yourself. Am I wrong or am I right? I don't know. You tell me, ladies.
No, you're definitely right. I mean, they push for acceptance, but then they want to get someone fired if they get misgendered when they're walking around. Like, clearly, that dude, you said he got a deeper voice than you. Like, come on now. Yeah, they're, it's a clear mental illness, and some of them will admit that. But the fact that they want to push, it's a narcissistic thing that they need us to think like them. We have to accept it. It's not okay if they make us uncomfortable. It's all about them. And it's getting old. I'm tired of it, especially like with the ladies' bathroom stuff. If I go into a ladies' bathroom and I see a guy in there, I'm not going in. That's extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah, especially think about like for little girls too.
Oh yeah, that too. Like
It's even worse.
The YMCA stories, right? Of that guy that exposed himself. Like, and we're supposed to just be accepting of that? No way.
Yeah. We don't need to like accept someone's fiction when we're living in reality, like I don't need to play in your little play pretend area. No, I'm gonna be here in reality. See ya, sucker. Yeah. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I would hate to be a parent with a young daughter that's of age where they go to the bathroom alone now. Like that would give me nightmares personally.
Yep.
Well, look, I know that you girls are really upset that Nick is stepping away from social media for a little bit, but before he did, there actually was one more video that he posted on his channel being misgendered.
And here you go. Here's our bread tower. Hope you enjoy it, sir.
Sounds like Batman.
I thought he was gonna say, I am Optimus Prime.
Right to the heart, I don't feel safe. I don't feel safe. I'm sending this back. Take it back. I'm leaving. I don't see the problem. I used the women's restroom here. Went right in, and as you can see by my shirt, I pee standing up at Disney. So, no problem. 10 out of 10 pissing experience. I went in there, and I did not make a scene or nothing. Get out of the way! I got a tinkle!
That's what I'm saying. Can you imagine?
Left the seat up for you.
Oh no.
That was good. It's good. Who's gonna send me more money so I can order more food? Come on. My name is Lily, and you shall answer me as such. I don't care if I pass. I don't care.
So,
well, of course he wouldn't care because what he wants is a reaction. That's literally what the guy wants.
Right.
So he doesn't want to pass. He's not like, that's the whole point.
Well, this whole thing is it's
then he can cry about it. Then he can cry about it when
Right.
people point it out. It's just it's so warped. And it's so and there's no accountability, and it's only about what they find as accepting, not what women find as, what matters to us. They don't care about that at all. So it's just all warped, and everybody knows it, and it's crumbling, I think.
I think so too. I think we're in the process of everyone seeing through it. You saw the case with the University of Penn and them kind of stepping back from all the nonsense that happened in the swimming pool a few years ago. That was a pretty big case.
Too little, too late.
Yeah, way too late. But
And this year, during the last month, I didn't see anything. I actually saw American flags already prepped for July 4th and stuff. So we're making some headway.
No gay pride stormtrooper Funko Pops this year.
No,
y'all, we have lived through such a wild past few years. Like, holy crap! When you sit back and think about it, it's just wild. Yep. You know, we survived.
We survived.
We're that Reba McEntire song. I'm a survivor.
Yes, we kept our brains intact. Like, this is a huge feat. We need to celebrate this.
Well, we will. We
With
will, and we are.
Prosecco.
Yeah,
We will when we go drink around the world at Epcot.
Yeah.
I don't mean to kill the momentum. Is there any chance we could have a little tutorial video on how to sign up for Plus?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll tell you what, once again, yeah. And by the way, we're doing this because we need to reset some things on our end here. We're messing with technology. You notice the show looks a little different. So listen, now is a great time. We are in the middle of our subathon here. We're going all day. All right. Let's get these numbers up here. I would love to see these full by the end of the day. But more importantly, I would love for you guys to head over to Side Scrollers Plus, use promo code Subathon and get $30 off your annual membership. So much so, look at that. We have all the good stuff going for you guys. We have these wonderful ladies in the center of our screen, real ladies, actual real ladies who are a member of Side Scrollers.
With big tits, right, Wicked?
Wow, okay.
I plead the fifth.
That was literally from before.
She gets in trouble and I didn't.
You say whatever you want to say, but either way, head on over there, use the promo code Subathon for an annual membership over there. Or if you are into the Montez, if you want a Montez, you can just Montez over there on a month-to-month basis and get access to all the things we have got going on over there, but doing a monthly membership. With that said, you're probably saying, how do I do this? Well, this is how you do it. Phoenix, roll the video. It's very simple. You go to sidescrollersplus.com. You just put it in your URL right there. You go over there to become a member. That's it. If you have Rumble, you can just sign in with Rumble. If you don't, guess what? You can make a new account. It's very simple. Bam, right there. Just that simple. You put in all your information just like you would anything else. You approve to sign into Locals, and you put your little password in, make your profile, bada bing, bada boom, hit subscribe. You can use promo code if you want. You can maybe use promo code YouTube or Plus and get a discount. Try those out. Maybe see what happens. Like it says right there. Pop it in, hit apply. All of a sudden, you got yourself a nice little discount. Click support. This is the best way to support us throughout the year. So, okay, well, there we are. Hey, welcome back. There we go. All right. Did you know, guys, that if you're watching over on Rumble, would you mind actually pulling up my screen here, Phoenix, just so I can share with everybody? So over on Rumble, boom, right here, you can just click right there, and it'll take you to Side Scrollers Plus or our Locals page, which is great. Give it up for Joey over here. So Lily Tino is both a creep and a deadbeat dad. Who'd have thought? Well, thank you for that, Joey, and getting read in real time with the chat over there. So anyways, head over to Side Scrollers Plus, click that link, and join us over there. Okay, let's go ahead. Do we have a breaking news sound effect over here, Phoenix? All right, let's go. We do have breaking news as we have a noticeable death over here. Michael Masden of Kill Bill and Reservoir Dogs has passed away at the age of 67 years old. Michael Masden, the actor whose iconic performances in Quentin Tarantino's Reservoir Dogs, Kill Bill Volume 1, The Hateful Eight, and Once Upon a Time in Hollywood were the cornerstones of a prolific Hollywood career, has died after being found unresponsive in his Malibu home earlier today. That's all we know about it right now. So for those who don't know, that is what he looked like in his, I guess, younger days right there. Obviously very well known for his work in the Quentin Tarantino films. Are y'all familiar with this actor here?
Yeah, it's been a while, but I've seen Reservoir Dogs and Kill Bill. But I feel like he looks familiar from something else. Like I know his face from something else as well, but I can't pin it right now. But yeah, I'm aware of who that is.
Blabs, you
He was
familiar
a
with
big independent guy. He was in a lot of independent films, and he always played Michael Madsen, like every part.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Donnie Brasco. Sorry, that's what it was.
There you go. Yep.
Shutting names. He looks familiar. I can't really say I recognize him from something specific. Yeah.
He was in Free Willy too.
Oh, then I have seen his work.
I knew she would know that one.
He's that guy from That Thing, you know?
Yes.
If that makes sense. You know, there's always that. Oh, he's also in 18 upcoming films. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Holy moly.
He's
That's a
been
lot of
busy.
work. Yeah, for sure. You know, look, I know I'm not the only one who's like, when it comes to an actor dying and them being found unresponsive in their Malibu home, right? I think everybody initially goes, well, it's one or two things. It's drugs or something that they may have put in their body several years ago, right? Around 2020, right? I don't know. Am I the only one who thinks that way, or
Well, you thought that way from the show, and like she died because she had like some sort of disease. So
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
true.
try not to. I try not to do that because we don't know their personal lives.
It's more like it's like a not surprising thing, right? If we don't hear what happens, it kind of like our minds go to that.
Or
Unfortunately. Yeah. And with celebrities too, a lot of times like drugs are probably the first thing, but Craig's right. My mind does go there as well.
Yeah, Blabs, I'm not saying that that's why. I'm just saying I think it's natural for people to think
Oh
that.
yeah, no, for sure, because of the rise in random people dying from absolutely nothing. All of a sudden, they have like heart failure or whatever. So yeah.
Des, you familiar with Michael Madsen at all?
I've seen Kill Bill, and I did see Free Willy, and he does
Oh.
also. He looks very familiar. Like I feel like I've seen him in some other things too.
Dude, what's the what is he better in Kill Bill or Free Willy?
Oh, that is a good. Ladies,
Chat.
Are y'all punting? Are we punting right here? Is that what we do? All right. Well, look, rest in peace. Sorry you had to go, but it clearly was God saying, "Time to go, baby." This has nothing to do with anything that we talk about on a day-to-day basis. Outside of, I just wanted to share this with y'all because this is quite possibly the most insane. Well, this is the most insane money ever spent on an athlete before. Did you see the contract signed? Okay, does anybody know who this guy is here?
No.
Anybody? Okay.
Sports.
This is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He is the reigning NBA most valuable player. He is the scoring champion of the league, and he also is the NBA Finals MVP. They won the championship this year, the Oklahoma City Thunder. He just signed a 4-year, $285 million deal. And I see you shaking your head. I think we all are shaking our head here. And it gets even crazier here when you the breakdown here of what he's actually generating on an annual basis. $71 million a year. Almost $6 million a month, $1.5 million a week, almost $1 million a game, $212,000 a day, $8,000, almost $9,000 an hour, $150 a minute, and about $2.50 per second, right here over the next 4 years. For Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
He better deliver, I guess, huh?
Well, he already has, and that's
okay.
They already won the championship, right? He's already the MVP.
Yeah. Well,
So he's being rewarded for this, but it's the richest contract in the history of sports. And I know a lot of people are like, I can't believe they make that much money. It's like, I actually can believe they make that much money, because if he's being paid that much money, how much do you think the owners are making from him, right? From him dribbling and shooting and to be clear, I actually really like him as an athlete, but I found the breakdown of that absolutely shocking. So Blabs, when it's time to negotiate your next contract,
don't expect those numbers.
No. I would not be, it would be like $2.50 an hour.
All right.
All right.
Oh, you're getting punched. That's good.
Thanks,
Thank
Phoenix.
Appreciate that.
He's like, where's my raise?
So what? Okay, if let's just say someone was to hypothetically come up and offer you 4-year, $285 million contract, right? But you don't know what that contract is for. They say, look, you're going to be paid 200. This is beyond generational wealth, right? Where's the line for y'all? Obviously, we're talking basketball here, but where's the line for y'all for like what you would and wouldn't do for $285 million?
I mean, there's a lot that I wouldn't do. So it'd have to be, to keep it just like short and sweet, it has to be safe for work stuff. Like nothing like gross like that or anything. So I'll go with that.
Okay. Des?
I don't think I'd do anything that would compromise my integrity.
Yeah.
Because that matters a lot to me.
Yep.
So, if it was like eat a roach or something, maybe I would do that. I'm not big in eating gross things, but a $285 million is a lot.
Yeah.
If it's like jump out of a plane, like, those kind of things, I could do that. But
What if it was you only had to eat roaches for 4 years?
Oh, no, I don't think I could do it.
You'd
No.
probably get sick.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I've never really been obsessed with like being super wealthy though. Like I just want to feel comfortable. I don't really feel like I need a whole lot of wealth. Like it's all about living,
Just
I
being
don't like
comfortable
eating
and-
roaches for 4 years. It's miserable.
What is that?
Yeah.
Who would offer that contract? That's
Phoenix like, sign me up.
Phoenix thinking long and hard about it.
Yeah,
Love
because
it.
if so, I'm ready.
Well, maybe we can find a way to make that happen. The $70-something million contract for Phoenix to eat cockroaches for a year, which is oh my god.
But it is pretty wild though when you think about how little integrity really does matter to so many people. Because how many people sold their integrity during COVID?
Oh, sure.
All these influencers and stuff, and I mean, it was kind of mind-boggling, honestly. For me, it was very eye-opening. Because I just really don't think I could ever do that. And granted, I never been in that situation where I was offered that, but still as a woman content creator, trust me, I could have made a lot more money years ago if I'd wanted to go down a certain path. And I mean, I chose not to do that. And so, you kind of have to make that decision pretty early on as a female in the entertainment industry. I feel like you're faced with that decision. Is it about the money or is it about my integrity? But anyway, I don't know. It just kind of blows my mind how quickly people will sell out.
Well, I in the interest for SGA over here playing for Oklahoma City, he obviously has done very well, and I think those guys are played what they're worth, right? Because once again, the owners are the ones making the money. Like the Lakers just sold for $10 billion.
Wow.
Right. So, and if LeBron James was to play, so there's a salary cap in sports, right? And you can only pay a certain amount for each player. And his contract is unique because he has been with that team for so long. But if like LeBron James would be worth legitimately like $100 million a year if there was no contract. Now he just signed a deal for $53 million a year, but it is what it is. So, but it just goes back to how much are the people who own the team? How much are they making? Which is bukus and bukus of monies.
A lot. Yeah.
Yes. All right, guys, we are 16 YouTube members away from our next giveaway over there. We are 14 away.
Before we do that, the Wicked does have to bounce.
Okay,
I
sounds
have to do
great.
some 4th of July prep. It's a busy
Do
day.
it.
Yeah.
All right, Wicked. Thank you very much for being here. Tell everybody where they can find you.
You can find me on YouTube, Kick, and also Rumble. I'm back over there now. So yeah, gaming and podcast fun over there.
And most importantly, Side Scrollers
And
Plus.
yes, and Side Scrollers Plus.
That's right. All right, awesome. Thank you very much, Wicked.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, Des, you want to stick a little longer?
I can, but I have to go to the bathroom. So can I go take a potty break? Please?
You have to raise your hand and ask, okay?
Watch out for
Sorry.
Lily Tino. Watch
I know
out for him.
that's-
He's saying.
Well,
Yeah, be
I
careful.
will.
All
All right.
all
Happy 4th, guys. See you soon. Bye.
Have a great fourth.
Good.
Bye,
Thanks,
Wicked.
Wicked.
Bye, Wicked. Have a good 4th.
All right. Yes, by all means, go,
Okay,
Des.
I'll be right
Sounds
back.
good.
Sorry, that's not very ladylike, but I do have
Just
to
say,
use the
It's
potty
literally
sometimes.
natural to go pee.
All right. While Des goes for the potty break, Cleon came in with a brand new Prime sub over on Twitch, which is just outstanding. Thank you very much, Cleon. Appreciate that. Phil McCracken came in with a $4.99, says NBA says, I got 2 words for you. SGA and J-Dub. Must see TV. P.S. World champs. All right, Chris, congratulations. Way to go. Risk Labs came in with the Prime sub and stated Kenyante 21. I'm sorry I butchered your name, but thank you very much for your support. Risk Videos just came in. Nick S says the dude is hashtag little dick energy. Yes. And Tenarian says the absolute balls on this bitch. Talking about good old Nick over there. And Cataclystia came in with the 10. Says regarding Michael Masden, only reason he's relevant to me is because he played Troy Baker in Crime Boss, the game that dropped Kirsche. Oh.
Yeah, that was going to mention. I didn't think anyone knew who that was. That was the game with it's like the fake open world kind of game, the poor man's GTA.
Yes, the game that dropped Kirsche. Yeah, as was mentioned. Yeah. Patty came in with a show concept idea. Phoenix, let's see if you're into this. Says the show I can see now is Craig and Phoenix as 2 gay dads and their 13-year-old daughter or son played by Blabs.
What?
Right.
They don't know, and the audience.
Let's fucking go!
Oh my god! And thank you so much.
Weird.
Yes, indeed. Thank you very much for the support over there. All right. Well, we are past Pride Month, which is, the show pitch for that is over. Guys, if you just pop it in, we are live literally all day. We're going to be live for another 2.5 hours. Blabs, if you need to go potty or go get some food, by all means, go do it. I have
I'm going to go get my coffee.
Okay, well, let's use that as a break, and Phoenix and I can sit here and talk about this next story here. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Yep.
What do I do?
Just leave your camera. Don't touch anything.
Yeah, don't do anything. Just stay right there. Just turn. Just
I can mute
mic.
you if you want.
Did she turn it off?
I hope not.
Okay, good lord.
All right. I turned off my camera. Can I not do that?
Sure, you can turn off your camera if you want.
Well, Craig just said no.
Well, just mute your mic.
Just don't.
You want me to just walk away?
Yeah, there's a forest right next to you, Blabs. It's okay.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm turning off my camera.
Okay, it's fine. All right, bye-bye. Hey, give it up for Jesus, who came in and gifted a membership to the channel. Thank you so much, Jesus Davila. Appreciate your support. All right. Phoenix, listen, today's a big day. And I don't think you realize how big of a day this truly is. As 40 years ago today, the GOAT was released. The greatest of all time, Back to the Future, was released in theaters 40 years ago today. Correct. In 1985. This is from Discussing Films over on X. Back to the Future, just the absolute GOAT. You see, I mean, you look at this. Obviously, I always thought this was kind of a weird shot. Obviously, Marty's on fire. Doc's there, but I know that obviously the initial look was the idea was that they're supposed to have the flames in between their feet or whatever. But like this may be, when people say it's a perfect film, like Back to the Future legit may be a perfect film. As when was last? Do you remember seeing Back to the Future when you were a kid?
Of course, yeah. And its sequel I saw like 2 or 3 times in a row, watching it back to back. I was mesmerized by that film. It had everything. Like it had heart, humor, great special effects, a really fun concept. You couldn't go wrong. There's a reason why it still holds up today. Absolute reason why.
Which of the Back to the Futures is your favorite? The first one, second, or third?
I would say the second one. And fun fact about Back to the Future 2, by the way.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember the hot tub scene?
Yeah, where Biff is in. No, that's in. Yeah, and 2, Biff's in the background, right? He's in the hot tub and he's sitting there with the girls.
Big Tits Mahoney there. That's my cousin.
What?
Yeah, I could point it out.
Hold on, please. Stand by.
Standing
by. Number one, I don't think anyone's ever called their cousin that.
That's actually her real name. Mahoney being her last name.
Hold on. So, in a weird way, we are actually just a little bit away from we're kind of like in the 6 degrees of separation. we're kind of right there with Back to the Future. You know,
Yes, we are. Yeah.
All right,
And who
okay,
did you ever think you'd be sitting next to the guy that is family with Big Tits Mahoney? Look at that.
No,
First.
I didn't. I didn't. Let's go ahead and go to the hot tub here and let's see what we got. Hold on. Let's see the hot tub scene. This is not it. Is it this scene right here? Yes, it is this scene because this is where he's watching it in the hot tub here. Okay. So which one of these, Phoenix, is your cousin? Oh, this one, left or right?
The one on the right.
The one on the right is your cousin.
Close to you. Yep.
Okay, let's just be real here. Let's just curious. When you say Mahoney, hey Phoenix, you can't do that about your cousin. Okay, just saying, don't do that about your cousin. That's weird. All right. How did she?
Now she's on the left.
Yeah, why is she on the left there and then on the right?
I don't know. Continuity.
Oh God! Stop that! I'm going to get flagged for copyright. All right. So hold on. Do we know how this happened? Like, how did she get cast in this situation?
I don't know because we actually hadn't spoken to that part of the family for quite some time. This is what made this extremely weird because I remember being a kid going like, "Boy, those women are attractive," and then someone tapped me on the shoulder and said,
"Oh,
by the way, that's
no.
your cousin."
Whoa. Whoa.
Too much information, but I didn't know. Did you?
I did.
Crash?
I turned into a robot for a second in the chat stand.
Yeah, I'm seeing your signal is looking.
Okay. Well, then, hold on. Let me shut this real fast.
Back.
Yeah,
There we
and
go. Des is
I'll
back.
lower.
There we go. Maybe it's when I'm sharing screens. That's okay. We're good.
Lower.
All right. So Des, that's okay. Des, we were just talking about how Back to the Future is 40 years old.
Oh my
today.
gosh.
The original Back to the Future.
Why must you tell me
Yeah.
these things, Craig?
Well, because I want you to take a step back in nostalgia and know that it's a great time. That this is a great movie. It's a movie discussion right here. Were you? I don't know. Like I remember seeing this as a kid and thinking it was awesome. And Phoenix and I were talking about how his cousin was in Back to the Future too. I'm sorry, Phoenix.
Oh, really?
What did you call your cousin, Phoenix?
That'd be Big Tits Mahoney.
Okay,
Craig.
so.
Okay.
So, anyways, I personally I think Back to the Future 1 is the best film,
Yes.
but I like Back to the Future 2 more, if that makes sense, right? Because it has the future in it, and it's the futuristic year of 2015, which was a decade ago now.
Oh my gosh.
Do you remember when they USA Today actually released the Back to the Future newspapers in 2015?
No, I don't remember that.
I have one.
Yeah.
Should I go get it?
Why not? Let's have more empty.
Yeah, more. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. That's okay. Anyway, so there's that. So Back to the Future, absolute classic, which I don't know if you know this, but you can actually watch Back to the Future on Disney Plus now, which allows me to tie perfectly into our next story, which is that Disney is in the process of potentially planning.
No, don't say it. Do not say it.
Don't say what?
Are they going to remake Back to the Future?
No, they're not going to do that, but they are going to do something possibly even worse. A reboot of Indiana Jones.
Oh. Why? They destroy everything we love.
I don't understand this. Don't understand why you'd mess with something like this. I saw this just like everybody else and was like, no. And I saw this tweet and this is spectacular. We all know what's coming. Pedro Pascal as Indiana Jones. It's coming whether you like it or not. So yes, this is from geektyrant.com. Disney reportedly planning a full reboot of the Indiana Jones franchise. Oh my gosh, please, for the love of God, don't do this. Okay, it looks like Indiana Jones might actually be headed for the reboot treatment, according to a report from Diz Insider. Disney and Lucasfilm are considering a full relaunch of the iconic adventure franchise. While nothing has been officially announced, the report says this is what they should be doing for Star Wars, not Indiana Jones. They should be like letting Star Wars just sit there and not do anything with it. Anyway, it says, I would expect the studio to announce something next year at the D23 Expo, because even though the last film tanked at the box office, Indiana Jones is still an iconic IP, and Disney and Lucasfilm do not want to waste that.
Oh, so greedy.
Despite fairly positive reviews, Dial of Destiny grossed $384 million globally against a massive production budget of reportedly $295 to $387 million. Ooh, right there. Dial of Destiny, I watched about 25 minutes of it, and I planned on watching more, and then I just forgot about it. Like at the beginning, there's like the de-aging, and I thought the de-aging effect was actually really good. But nothing about that movie drew me in to actually want to watch it at all. But I truly, like, as somebody who has an immense love for the Indiana Jones franchise, I have negative interest in a reboot of Indiana Jones because, and I've said this a million times before, the one thing about dealing with people's nostalgia is that you are never going to get it right. Never. Even if you think that it's the best thing ever, people will say it's good, but it's not the original. How many things that you guys have had any franchises like been ruined? Can you think of any off the top of your head that have been needlessly rebooted over the years? That
Every one of them. We're all roughly in the same age group. At least I'll speak for myself and you, Craig. That we've watched everything get destroyed, top to bottom. And I've never liked reboots because I like the idea of letting characters have their sunset. Let them tell that story. Let it sit there. Don't bring it back from the dead. That always pisses me off. Tell a new adventure. You want to tell a new story in the same universe? Fine. But don't reboot it and don't add sequels to something that's great. Don't resurrect Harrison Ford as a 99-year-old man to do this movie, you know?
Right. Oh, my gosh. What a mess. What an absolute mess. Des, do you have a favorite Indiana Jones film?
Probably The Last Crusade.
Yeah.
I love Sean Connery. And I love their interactions. They're so funny. But,
for me, go ahead.
I mean, I like all the original trilogy. I love all of those.
The original trilogy is the only trilogy. I don't think of the other two films as being a part of Indiana Jones at all, you know.
What made you watch Dial of Destiny? Did the trailer speak, or you were just curious?
No, we had talked about it so much that, you know, everything leading up to it, that when it was released on Disney Plus, I was like, well, I'll give it a go. I've been talking about the lead up and how nobody wanted it, but I figured it would only be fair if I actually attempted to watch it, and I did attempt to watch it, and ultimately, so yeah. Bummer. I hope to God that doesn't happen. I hope to God, which seems a little unnecessary to hope to God for something like that to happen. But, you know.
Well, they're going to want to because they want that franchise money. They need to keep it going. So wasn't like Chris Pratt forever like the rumored new Indiana Jones?
Chris Pratt would make an okay Indiana Jones. But the beautiful thing about Indiana Jones is that, like, Harrison Ford is Indiana Jones. Like, that's it. There is no other Indiana Jones at all. It's Harrison Ford, and that's it. Harrison Ford has this suave, kind of debonair look to him, feel to him, responses to how he interacts with people. Chris Pratt, with all due respect, will not have that. You know,
so he's more bumbling. Doesn't have that same charisma.
Yeah, he'll be Star-Lord. You know? Can you think of anybody off the top of your head that you can be like, oh yeah, that'd be an okay Indiana Jones, or does it start and stop with Harrison Ford?
No, it's just Harrison Ford. He was so cute in that movie too. Oh my gosh.
He was so cute.
So cute.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was quite a looker back in the day. And he had a way about him, you know. It's hard to find that mix. And I don't follow any of these young people anymore. I mean, Chris Pratt I like, but you know, anybody that's like in their 20s, like, no.
Who would you, I'm
30s
kind of
even.
curious, if you had to cast it, would you put in the
Who would I?
Yeah, because I can understand why they're saying Chris Pratt. When you really think about it, like he does make sense.
I mean, Chris Pratt has that kind of, he has that sort of adventuristic, kind of boyish, the boyish side of him, you know, that charm. But I don't really feel like he's got the womanizer sort of side of him. And Indiana Jones has got a little bit of that, you know?
Yeah, he's more the comedic relief. That's what doesn't work with Jones.
I love Indiana Jones. I'm with you. I think that Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade is by far the best Indiana Jones of them all. And Sean Connery being in it was just perfectly cast. Love everything about that. Welcome back, Blabs. How was your coffee lunch?
Oh, it was great.
With so much enthusiasm. Oh, that was great. That's good. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and make our move over to our next story, which is actually our lead story, which I'm probably going to need to change the thumbnail for here in a little bit. But here we are. I woke up this morning after all the insanity of the last few days around Stop Killing Games. And the petition was less than 2,000 signatures away from its goal. Now, if you recall, like a week ago, it was at less than 500,000 signatures. And it's not just 500,000 signatures. It's 500,000 signatures in the EU in particular. So you have to live in the EU and for you to sign the Stop Killing Games petition. And the website was getting bombarded with traffic, so much so that it was getting hit by 404 errors. It was just being dominated by people who wanted to sign this. Now, Blabs, can you give everybody a quick recap on exactly what Stop Killing Games is for those who are not familiar with it?
So it's basically an initiative to help preserve physical games instead of companies just being able to get your money and then you're no longer to be able to play these games should they take these games offline. It's basically like a way to like put in some sort of prevention measure or a method, or even a little bit like government intervention of like consumer rights for video games is the way I would put it best, which I'm not the best way of explaining it, but yeah.
Well, we had Ross on the show probably about a month or so ago, and he explained it. And even just 2 days ago, my prediction was that I did not think there was going to be 2 days ago when we talked about it. It was just about 700,000 700,000 followers, and I thought that it would get a push, but it wouldn't get over the finish line. I was dead wrong about that. And in 2 days, it's had over 300,000 signatures in it because this morning. It did cross 1 million signatures, Phoenix, right there. 1 million. Now, you see, they actually boosted the number up to 1.2 million signatures needed. The reason being is that they're going to go in and there will be all sorts of changes where they got to verify the signatures, and some signatures could be invalidated. So if you haven't yet, make sure you head over there and still consider to sign up. Very, very important that you do here, as just continuing to make your voice heard, which, you know, having something like this happen, this is such a big win for gamers. Now, once again, this is strictly for, the European Union right now, but this is just another example of you don't mess with gamers. You don't. We've said this a million times on the show. The gaming audience is truly unlike any audience I've ever seen. It's true. They are fanatical. They love their hobby. It is their passion. And when you start messing with them, and when there's a good cause, gamers will wrap their arms around it wholeheartedly. And I think in a situation like this, what needed to happen was the best thing happened here was Ross saying, guys, I'm done. I'm done. Remember, he said that he was going to be done in the middle of June. He put a video out saying, like, guys, it just hasn't done what it needed to do. And since that video was released just 2 weeks ago, it has over doubled the amount of signatures. I mean, it's truly, truly fascinating to see kind of the social contagion that's happened with Stop Killing Games, specifically in the EU here. So good on everybody here for reaching goals. But like I said, not done yet. Still need another 200,000 here just to make sure that they can truly cross over the threshold here. Now, one of the central points of conversation around this movement has been Pirate Software. Now, Pirate Software is a streamer and developer, and Ross has talked specifically about how when Pirate Software made a video about the Stop Killing Games movement, it really derailed all the momentum that was taking place. It started off really strong. Pirate Software did a video talking about how he wasn't behind the idea, or he provided a lot of misinformation about it, and people were not happy with Thor from Pirate Software about this. Now, Pirate Software also works for a company called Off-Brand Games. Off-Brand Games, they make like indie games, and Off-Brand Games, by the way, also run by Ludwig, who has been a constant conversation the last few days, that sniveling snake of a streamer. But because he works with Off-Brand Games and with Ludwig and all this stuff and running this, and because of Pirate Software's just inability to understand that he could potentially be wrong or put things out there incorrectly, Off-Brand Games has been getting a lot of slack for this. So much so that it was decided as of yesterday that, courtesy of Pirate Software Twitter, says, "I'm no longer working at Off-Brand Games. People were attacking all the games we were publishing and trying to mass review bomb them. You can dislike the things I say, but this kind of behavior is unhinged. Learned a lot, accomplished a lot. Hope they succeeded regardless. Love the dudes and loved working with them. Hope they keep cooking." And he said, "For those of you who think this is, who say this is now somehow a lie, the abuse was across social, people on Twitter, Discord, Reddit, and some reviews on Steam. Indie games are fragile things, and attacks like that hit hard. Overall sentiment was to bash the game and the developers working on them to try to get back at me. Not worth bringing them down, in my opinion. Also, stop it. Get some help." Now, what's more interesting about this is that obviously the response to this has been very one-sided, right? Him stepping away here. Arter, who made a game called Soulash, he responded to them and promptly ratioed him on his own response. Says, "Excellent, man. You fed the trolls for the next excellent man. Work, man. You fed the trolls for the next 6 months by showing them that any indie developer can be seriously harmed by review bombing. People will get what they want. You could have ended this by showing some humility or humor, but you chose weakness. You're a leader of the community. You wanted to lead the indies, enjoy the recognition, and teach them how to succeed. That also comes with responsibility, and you have to show some backbone when it's needed. I've been dealing with this shit for a year to show developers to stop acting like pussies, contribute their point of view for a healthy debate, and stop making everything shittier, only to cater to narcissists. You go on and crash over an opinion that isn't harmful or even politically divisive. You are, in fact, most responsible for everyone getting what they want. Why on earth are you self-flagellating over it? I hope you learn from this and set a better example next time." So there's been a lot going on. Like this Stop Killing Games movement has a lot of arms to it, when in reality it should just be very simply, look, we just want a way to play our games when their support is done. So let's go stop there for a second and kind of digest all that. Des, Blabs, Phoenix, do you have any thoughts on that? On seeing the reaction from Pirate Software or anything like that?
I was just doing some technical.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I see Blabs is no longer with us real quick.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to also point out Frost of Rivia. He used to work for, man, we are throwing out all the hits today. What is that stupid brand that left Escapist and then they started up with a crazy Looney Tune we had on the show that one time? What was that? What was it called? Phoenix? Blabs? Do you remember what they called?
I think Blabs is gone.
Oh, Blabs is gone. Okay.
Working on it
Well,
at the moment.
he left that company, and he's pointing this out. He said, "I'm in this respectively, but where is the review bomb? We're not. We talking not Steam or what? If you can pull this up there, Phoenix."
Sure.
He says, "This is the second time I've heard reference to this. Like, where is the review bomb here that we're talking about? This was back in November. This is today. This is not a review bomb by any means." So a lot of people are taking Pirate Software as kind of like taking this and saying like, "Oh, we were review bombed, we were harassed," but it's like, yo, dog, that ain't review bombing here, right? 29 negative reviews. No, that ain't it right here. And Pirate Nation over here says Pirate Software is lying again, playing the victim and blaming everyone but himself here. So yeah, it's been interesting to see kind of the twists and turns of the Stop Killing Games movement and the main story and then the side quests, the side stories on top of that. So Des, I don't know if you follow this story at all. Have you followed any of this?
No, not really. But I mean, I feel like anytime you're going to create any kind of art, then you're going to have to be pretty thick-skinned and deal with the reviews and whatever comes your way, you know? I don't know. I don't really like the whole whiny stuff.
There's a lot of whiners on the internet. A lot of
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. I mean, like that, it comes with the territory. I know that, you know, it can be a lot and it can impact a lot of people's jobs. And like, I get that it can be, the gravity of it can be a lot, but I don't know. It just seems like, yeah, there's just a lot of whiners. A lot of really fragile people out there these days. I don't get it.
Agreed. Now, in addition to fragile people, Ludwig is one of them, who is the guy behind Off-Brand Games. So Stop Killing Games is a good initiative, but a few bad actors review bombed and harassed developers of the games we support at Off-Brand Games. Appreciate Thor stepping down for the betterment of the devs and their games. Once again, just throwing it out there, where are the review bombs? Where is this happening? When he says a few, he literally means a few, like a couple people might have review bombed here. So this is just one of those things where Ludwig is such a just a slithery snake that he wants to go with whatever direction will make him look best, right? So I'm sure that they had a conversation when it came to Pirate Software and his involvement here that hey, look, maybe it's best you step down. We had a bad review. Like what a joke. What an absolute joke. But very cool, very great to see that they have the Stop Killing Games hit the million signatures. Oh, and one other thing here, by the way. Guess who came in and defended Ludwig over here? Hassan, his best friend, says, "I'll never understand why someone can hate an online content creator this much, especially one with a deliberately inoffensive output." Well, that's the problem, because he's not authentic. That's why, Hassan. Because Ludwig is a snake in the grass. That's why. And everybody can see right through it. So there we go. Anyways, congratulations to Stop Killing Games. Over 1 million signatures, man. Great stuff. Great stuff.
By the way, real quick, it may be us three for just a little bit. Just giving you a heads.
Okay. Is Blabs okay?
Yeah, she's just dealing with some private stuff at the moment.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Thanks for the heads up. Okay. I'll tell you, I'm going to change the title of the stream here. Let's go. Boo. There we go. And done. Good. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. We are in the process of the middle of a little Subathon right here today, which is super duper fun. We're going to go, we'll see how long we want to go. I don't know. Like the idea was possibly up to 4 o'clock, which would be another 2 hours. But we still have a run sheet that is incredibly long. I think we'll go till the run sheet runs out, or you guys tell us to stop. But we do have our sub goals on top here. Well, not really sub goals. These are just like sub markers here. You can see Kick currently at 56 subs right there, which is excellent. Twitch at 212 and YouTube at 60 memberships, which is great. We encourage you guys, every 25 of those on each platform, we are going to be gifting out a super sexy game to the community. I'd love to see that. Or every 10 plus memberships, we're also going to be gifting out a sub to the community. So, guys, thank you very much for your support today. We appreciate it. Love to see all the Montez yellows popping in. Do we have any? I think we got to be getting close to a Montez over here. I did not put on.
Let's do this.
Oh.
my.
In case you don't know what Montez is, it's that.
Yes. So why not? Let's just set it at like, let's set our Montez goal on for plus memberships. Let's do that. I got that pulled up over there. Speaking of, give it up for Straw Hat, who came in as a brand new plus member. Love to see that. Use promo code Subathon and get a discount. Great stuff over there. If you guys are members, make sure you upgrade to a month member or an annual member. The annual member, use promo code Subathon, get a big old discount. By the way, you're already getting 3 free months with the annual membership. Then we throw on like with the Subathon promo code, you're getting it like the half the year for free, which is spectacular. So make sure you guys use that while you have the opportunity. You okay there, Des?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good.
Okay.
Got my iced coffee. Got my
All right, let's
got
go.
some Delta Energy in a cup. I love coffee.
Give it up for
Do you mind
Des
if
for
I-
hanging out with us today. Yes.
Des, we love you, Des. Do you mind
I
if
love
we?
you guys.
I actually have a question about the video game thing that we're talking about just for a second.
Uh-huh.
And you're a big sports guy, so maybe you can answer this. We've noticed that the gaming community of any community doesn't take shit. They're
Yes.
like the first to make sure you don't step in their bounds and start doing shit. They get really angry at that, and God bless them. I wish more people did that. Why do you think it is? It's the gaming community, because you actually even saw the sporting community fall on their asses with the how many national anthems now we have and all that other shit. Like, why is it the gaming community that can get it right and where everyone else gets it wrong?
I have a one-word answer here. Autism.
That's it. That's what I thought. Perfect.
Yeah. I think that people are look, we all understand it. We've all been to many gaming events, right? And there's nothing wrong with people who have autism. As I said many, many times, I think some of the most incredible things in the world have been accomplished by people who have autism. But autism, you're hyper-focused on something. That is a common trait behind people who have autism. And I think that when you mess with a community that is hyper-focused on a passion, hey, man, that's kind of what you get, So I don't think people are giggling, but I don't think prove me wrong.
No, you're right. You're
Okay.
absolutely right.
You-
I also
you
was
giggle at-
always wondering if it had to do with like family men too, that they're tired, they're exhausted, and it's like a lot of gamers I think of single, and with disposable income, and they don't want their club ruined. And I think I was always wondering if maybe it was like the family man that kind of goes, whatever, I just want to put the game on. I don't care if there's a black national anthem. Just please play the fucking game. That's what I always thought.
Time and energy, like it depletes quickly when you have a family. So yeah, for sure. I think when you've got other obligations, you're going to be, it's hard sometimes to fight for. You have to just prioritize what you're going to fight for, So it's helpful to have those that have more time on their hand and can get obsessive about stuff and make things happen.
I think there's your answer there, Phoenix.
Thank you.
There you go. Give it up for Centauri. Says, since you gave Dial a valiant effort, I tried. Thank you very much for the 100 bits over on Twitch. Commodore fan came into the 2, says, thoughts on the 90s Indiana Jones 2? What?
Did you say 100? I thought you said
100 bits.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Taking it back.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Pity's back. God, we're weird.
I got a lot of buttons here. Sorry.
Yeah. Thoughts on the 90s Indiana Jones TV series? I have never watched it. I hear it's really good, though. Really good. Hex Forge came in with the 100 Swedish money. Says, keep signing. Every European politicians are experts in finding, quote, invalid signatures. Hatchley came in with the 10 euro money. Says, I would bet that Ludwig decided to cut ties with his off-brand games in Pirate Software. Ludwig is known to not have his friends back when they become inconvenient. Yeah. Once again, I literally know that from experience, right? He's a slimy snake of a content dude. And he, like, the wool that he pulls over on people, it's insane. Danny came in with the 5.99, says, that hatless reprobate Craig never reads my chats. I'm once again asking for Nux Taku to appear. Love you, Craig. SGC forever. Brian, thank you very much. Danny Brian, thank you very much. I read it today, which is great. Thank you. I always, and next talk, we'll get that on the list. And once again, sometimes when you guys request people to come on the show, we do reach out. They may not respond. They may say no, so just heads up, just because you request them doesn't mean they're 100% going to appear. Tenarian says, I'm all for stop killing games as someone who still occasionally plays OG Phantasy Star Online on the weekends. Poppy. We got Poppy laying around here for Tenarian.
Which one?
That's the one with the coffee. Runs up and is all happy, giggly, and bouncy.
Oh,
bummer. Modest Rat came in with the $20 super. Says, those who dream by night in the dusty recesses of their mind wake in the day to find that it was vanity. But the dreamers of the day are dangerous men, for they may act their dreams with open eyes to make it possible. Modest Rat, that is not a bada bing, which I'm used to right here from you. But thank you very much. It's very deep and profound. I do have Poppy hanging out. Let's see. Let me just see what I got over here. Get it on the back end over here over on StreamYard, because why not? Here's Poppy for you. There we go. Nice. Look at that. And while that comes in, Arcas came in with 5 YouTube memberships. Let's go. We are now 10 away from our next game to be given away, which is outstanding. We are 13 away from our Twitch subs giving away, and we are 19 away from Kick. Has kind of slowed down a little bit. You guys over on Kick, we slowed down. We had the big old bomb at the start. Let's keep it going, baby.
Let's bring some energy. Come on, bring some energy, baby.
A little bit of juice. Whoa. Wait, wow.
Fun.
Like Des going, I've never seen anything like that. I'm flabbergasted by what I just saw. Ridiculous. All right. Let's go and move on. Yeah, where is Blabs? Is she okay?
Private. That's what I've been dealing. Private stuff.
Okay. I'll text her. Be like, are you all right there? All right. So Blabs will be back, which is great. But will she be back in time to go? Phoenix, I don't know if you heard this.
I didn't.
I don't know if you heard this either. You guys remember Chuck E. Cheese?
I do.
Of course.
I love Chuck E. Cheese.
Do you?
I do.
Do you love it enough to go to the new adults only arcade?
Let's fucking go. Woo!
Which sounds really, really messed up, if I'm being honest with you. Going to the adult arcade. Chuck E. Cheese has announced plans to open multiple arcades for adults. The new store is called Chuck's Arcade. Will celebrate the company's history. Chuck's Arcade plans to appeal to the nostalgia of millennials and Gen X, including historical displays, but also bringing back the old animatronics to supervise the new locations.
Oh, boy.
That's bizarre. All right. Many Chuck E. Cheese locations pivoted to digital displays instead of the old school robot band. The new locations will have classic games like Donkey Kong, Skee Ball, etc., as well as newer games and more adult games like the arcade version of Halo. Some locations will even have beer and wine to offer. There you go, Phoenix. Just relax, okay, buddy? Just relax. I know you're gonna get
rock hard. I'm sorry, I didn't. That's way too much interest. Apologize.
So arcades have remained relatively popular in Japan, relying on unique experiences like rhythm games to entertain guests. Meanwhile, claw machines keep players. Yes, we know this. Okay, that's fine. The press release explained the vision of their new locations. The arcade was created for adults and lifelong fans who grew up surrounded by the electronic glow of arcade screens and the symphony of digital soundtracks and the thrill of chasing high scores with friends along into the night. Chuck's Arcade is a modern-day love letter to games and people who made Chuck E. Cheese great. Okay, now you're speaking my language here. Yes, okay.
I want to know if they're going to have that giant pit with the balls. That's what I liked. Yeah, the ball pit.
Okay. With adults?
That was, yeah.
Not weird at all.
Not weird
Can
at
we
all.
pee in it? Because that would be great.
Wow. Chuck's Arcade locations are now open in major malls across the country, including St. Petersburg, Florida, Trumbull, Connecticut, yes, Oklahoma City and Tulsa, Oklahoma. El Paso, Texas is way out there. I can't get there. With more locations on the horizon. Wow.
I really like the idea that the kids have to sit on the sidelines as the parents go in the ball pit. That makes me happy. That's hysterical. and a sign of our society is crumbling.
I got to be honest. This idea that Chuck E. Cheese is a modern day love letter to games and people who made Chuck E. Cheese great, that's the best thing they can possibly say. How nice is that? I was honestly not on board with this until I read that right here. I kind of want to see, maybe we're going to be making our way out to St. Petersburg here sooner than later.
I think we're going to have to guarantee
Part
you
of our
that. Yes.
Florida adventure.
Yeah. Look, we're going to Chuck's Arcade. We're going to Disney World. We're going to get everybody blitzed out their mind. It's going to be great.
Alligator hunting.
Yeah. Look at this.
Right.
Okay. Let me see if I can find a Chuck's Arcade here real fast. Look, here we go. We have 1 month ago. You want to take a look at it real fast? Here we go. Here's Chuck's Arcade. This is from in New Hampshire, it looks like. Oh, it has all the redemption games. Ugh, redemption games.
I hate redemption games.
Yeah, I ain't down with that. Now, I think I did see scenes in it, which I'm on with. Get those kids out of here. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
All right, so we got Chuck's Arcade. We got a big old Transformer thing. That's nice. Okay, we got the classic arcade here. Was that? Oh, a Nerf thing. Okay, nothing about this has got me super excited at this point, if I'm being very real. Why are we not showing the games here, guy? What are we doing? This is a horrible walkthrough. We're looking at the lights around the outside.
Maybe he's trying to avoid the
logo
kids or
and stuff.
something.
But this is not an arcade walkthrough. This is we're looking at the ceiling here.
You know what game I
Halo
liked?
in the middle.
I liked the whack-a-mole game. That was fun. Did you ever play that one?
Of course.
Yeah, that was the best.
Whack-a-mole's the goat. Like one of the goats. It's spectacular. Maintaining those machines are like one of the big reasons why those go away, because the parts of those things are so specific. Whenever you want to replace that or like a pinball game or something like that, they're very hard to find, and you got to be able. I would imagine that it's got a little easier with 3D printing, though. Probably be a little easier to
I don't know.
that,
I have a friend that actually does arcades. He does them and everything. I haven't heard anything about 3D printing, but that does make sense. But prior to that idea, it was very hard getting parts, and there was like a whole market that they had to go out to get that. Prices would skyrocket.
Well, if anybody wants to meet us at Chuck's Arcade sometime in one of those 7 locations, we'll give you a heads up. I gotta be honest. After walking through, less excited. I was kind of hoping for a Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, maybe some beat 'em ups in there. This just seems like more of the same, if I'm being very honest with you. But I don't know.
It actually seems very family. Like it doesn't seem like what it's saying it wants to be.
Yeah, lies, all of it.
Yes.
Phil McCracken came in with the $4.99. Says, "Did you actually fire Blabs?" No, we didn't actually fire Blabs. She'll be back. Drag came in with the 10. Says, "Phoenix, I think it's the tisms, but people will get more attached to a character they make decisions for, which also feeds into the tism."
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Game Hunter came in with the $4.99. Says, "My family are gamers. I'm the only one who has a huge collection of video games, and I still collect more on my travels. Going to do NASCAR Heat 4 and 5. There you go. Thanks very much, Game Hunter. Great to see you. Risk Videos says, "I don't trust ball pits after DashCon. I saw this super, and I didn't know what it meant. Are you familiar with this DashCon thing?"
No.
Okay, so this says, according to AI, says the DashCon ball pit is one of the most iconic and memorable aspects of the 2004 DashCon convention, which was a fan convention catering primarily to users of the blogging platform Tumblr. There's your big issue right there. The ball pit, which was described as being roughly the size of a kiddie pool, became a meme after organizers offered attendees an extra hour in the ball pit, along with a raffle on concert tickets as reimbursement for a canceled panel. The ball pit was replaced in one of the halls. Okay, sounds good. After becoming a symbol of the convention's failures. Oh, I think yes, the meme. If I recall correctly, there's a meme about this. Let me see if I can pull up an image of this. If this what I'm thinking, yes, and apparently yes, this is someone pee-peed in it. Yes, there we go. Someone ended up peeing in it, which is the worst part about it. So here is just search DashCon ball pit. What if we pissed in the and there it is. That's it. That's the ball pit. That's so funny. If you're going to do a ball pit, it needs to be a little bit bigger than a blow up. Oh man, that's awesome. Love that. Okay. I saw it was someone's birthday in our chat. And I'm sorry I missed who it was, but lucky for you, Death Stranding 2 actually greets players on their birthday with a special message. Did you see this?
I haven't. I was going to hit the birthday thing, so we've got something better apparently.
We do. Let this play to see what happens here. I think that a lot of work went into this. Check this out.
Seu aniversário! Feliz aniversário!
Feliz aniversário!
Feliz aniversário! Feliz aniversário!
Kojima.
Desculpa.
A pizza chegou!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear someone. Happy birthday to you.
What was this?
Kojima. That's all you need to know. Kojima.
Yep, that is Hideo Kojima right there at its core. Yes, a minute-long QuickTime event, or probably in-game animation for. Well, we can now add at least a little bit of that to maybe some sort of birthday celebration whenever somebody comes in with a birthday. I'm just saying, just throwing it out there.
Do it.
Speaking of celebrations, give it up for Artemis Silver, who came in with 10 gifted memberships to the channel over here on YouTube, giving us 75 for the day, hitting a new we got a game to give out, which is wonderful. For those of you just popping in today, we're doing a little subathon, which is super duper fun. We're doing it on all of our platforms, whether it's Twitch or YouTube or Kick. You see YouTube at 75. Every 25 memberships, we are handing out a new super sexy game to our community. The game that we're handing out now is Sex with Hitler.
Let's go.
2069. So that's great. Des, do you have a hashtag that people should put in to entry? Because we do need to put this. Share my screen real quick there, Phoenix. We do need to put a text in here so they can enter in. So, what do you think, Des? What should it be?
How about like stash for mustache?
Stash. All right, stash it is. STASH right there. Put it in right there, and I will start collecting your names.
I think it would have a U to stash.
Oh, well, I was thinking more like a stash
S-H?
stuff.
No, I was thinking mustache, as in like this dude. I will remain nameless.
Oh, I was thinking more like a stash.
Like, no,
like about the guy you're about to have sex with in the future.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I understand. Okay, awkward. All right, sounds good. That ghost came in with a
stash.
There you go. Loaded in there. You can see we're at 20 entries right now, and this will improve as increase as you guys go. That ghost says Kojima is the Quentin Tarantino of gaming. Fet. Thank you very much. Appreciate that, Ghost. Commodore fan says, it's me. I'll be 44 tomorrow. Can I have Dan, please? Do we have Dan Vask in the background there?
Happy, much happy birthday for you.
We've added to it. That's great. Thank you, Dan. Appreciate that. 88 Dread used their Prime sub over on Twitch. And Mercenary says, this is why I hate Kojima. He is pure cringe. Modest Rat also says, hey, bada bing. I can't always be an Italian person all the time. I'm a Native American with Hispanic. Comprende blabina. See you when I see ya. Thank you very much, Modest Rat. Appreciate that. And Brent Wolf just came in with 20 gifted memberships to youtube.com/sidescrollers podcast. Let's stink and go.
Bring in the energy.
Let's go. Oh, there's Blabs. There she is. Oh.
Oh, she looks so cool.
Yeah, how cool is Blabs? That's great.
I promise she'll be back. There she is.
All right. She'll be with us in a little bit, guys. I know. Listen, lots going on today. All right. Let's go. Speaking of stash, now so use the you just put stash in the chat. That's it. That's all you need to do to pop on in. So 20 gifted memberships from Brent. So we are now 5 away over on YouTube from giving away another. Let's go draw our entry here, which is just great. Let's go draw it. Let's go. The winner of the next game, Sex with Header 2069 is Tin Lee. All right, let's go. Tin Lee _ YouTube has joined us, and we'll be getting Tin Lee. I know you're gonna be like, what am I playing right here? I'm gonna pop this in, which is excellent. Let's see. One more Tin Lee _ YouTube. Let's go. All right, let's give away some more games. We are 5 YouTube members away from doing that, which is great. Hey, Des, thanks again for hanging out with us all day. Once again, you can leave at any time. Just want to throw it out there.
Are you trying to get rid of me, Craig?
No. But you've been with us all day so far. We've been live for 3 hours.
I'm having a good time.
Oh, good. Well, thank you. We're glad you hang out with us. Once again, Blabs will be joining us back again in just a little bit. All right, guys, thank you again. Let's keep on rolling. Once again, I have a really long run sheet here, which we'll see how long it holds.
All right.
We still got a lot to go on it. So right now we're on page 5 of our run sheet. So it's been pretty good so far.
And the show is holding so far too, which has me very excited.com. Very excited.
From a technical perspective, which is just wonderful. Well, wherever you guys are watching, whether it's Kick, YouTube, Twitch, Rumble, we appreciate all you guys. Thank you very much for tuning in. Hit the thumbs up button or follow or subscribe. We're glad you guys have joined us. Also, give it up for Zaito Higakise. I just butchered your name. Zaito, thank you very much for using your Prime sub with us over at twitch.tv/Stuttering Craig, which I realize that it's mine, but it's okay. It's ours. Let's keep on rolling. All right. Des, I know that you're a lady. You are a lady of principle. You are a lady of morals. You are a lady who stands on the good stuff, and I appreciate that about you.
Okay.
So what can you tell me about Beavis and Butthead?
Yeah, I was way too much of a lady to like Beavis and Butthead. I did not watch it. I really had a stick up my butt growing up. Okay, you think I have a stick up my butt now? I really did when I was a kid.
When you were a kid, did you drink your drinks with your finger out? Like
I still drink my drinks with my finger out.
Atta girl.
Yeah, absolutely.
Atta girl.
Yeah.
All right. Well, listen, I know that you're big into Call of Duty, and you are
actually really was into Call of Duty for a while, like pretty obsessive.
Well, maybe this will get you back in because Beavis and Butthead, your favorite characters, have returned. And they are now a part of Call of Duty. Have you seen the news?
I have not. No, I missed that.
Be ready for this nonsense. Here we go. Beavis and Butthead are in Call of Duty.
Now take him down. Mess him up.
I got an idea, Beavis. This is gonna be cool.
Oh yeah, good idea. Yeah.
So Beavis and Butthead have made their way into Call of Duty as playable skins in full cartoon outfits. I mean, this is doesn't fit the game at all. Makes you stick out like a sore thumb. But hey, you can play as Beavis and Butthead in Call of Duty now, which is just wonderful. So Des, as the preeminent Beavis and Butthead player here, Beavis and Butthead lover here on Side Scrollers, your thoughts on seeing Beavis and Butthead finally come to Call of Duty?
A dream come true.
Oh, that's good.
My whole life. That's pretty fun. I mean, yeah, it definitely doesn't look like it fits, but it looks like a fun time.
It's very Fortnite. Like I would think Beavis and Butthead would make their way into Fortnite, not Call of Duty.
Yeah, right.
They've been doing that a lot lately, right? They're bringing everybody on. Didn't they have like Seth Rogen and everything? That's Call of Duty, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So I much rather play with Beavis and Butthead than Seth Rogen for sure.
Agreed.
Yeah, the skins that have been included, Snoop Dogg is in it. There's been a lot of these pot themed Call of Duty things. Let's take a quick glance real fast. I want to. Here's a let's see. We have these are all the skins here. So we have Ash, like freaking Skeletor over here. Like, what are we doing? This is my first time seeing this. This is nuts. Okay, we get, of course, Nicki Minaj, of course, as a playable character. That was quite interesting. Snoop Dogg. My gosh, what are we doing? Izzy? Is that Izzy? Whatever her name is, the pop lady.
Azalea? Is it Azalea?
Okay, we have Starlight from The Boys, Homelander from The Boys. What are we doing here? All right, this is something that we're doing in video games now. We have Nick. Oh, that's right. I forgot Nick Merckx was in the game. I forgot about that until he was pulled away. Now he's put back in. My gosh, like these are all okay because they kind of look like it until you get to like Mr. Hops and Hips over here.
What the?
I don't even know what's happening right here. We haven't even got to Beavis and Butthead. By the way, there's still a lot more to scroll here. So, anyways, what you can play as Lionel Messi. It is okay. That's where we're at right now. This is Call of Duty, guys. This is Call of Duty. So, Des, I know as the biggest Beavis and Butthead fan on side scrollers that you're probably yes. I know that you're probably asking yourself, what does Beavis and Butthead's finisher moves look like on Call of Duty?
Oh gosh.
Can you just relax a little bit, Des, and just I know
it's gonna have that stupid laugh. That's what I hated about him, is their stupid little laugh. Hated it.
Oh, look at Des. Just said disgust.
Yes.
Des just. Well, here it is. Here's Beavis. No, this is Butthead right here, I think. Oh, both of them.
Lisa! I hope you've got insurance.
I hope you got insurance. All right. Well, wall kicking.
I hope you've got insurance.
All right.
That's a lazy voice. Jeez.
I hope you've got insurance because
I agree. I think that is a very lazy voice. Okay, so apparently that plays both of them, maybe. And here is their other finishing moves. See how this goes.
We got the
kind of weak, if I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, I'm pretty unimpressed.
Oh, I listen. I know, as the preeminent Beavis and Butthead lover on the show, you have every right to be upset, and these do seem very lazy, Des. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry that they've offended you like this.
I'll recover.
I'm surprised there's no fire or anything. That was the thing. It was like, and TP. That was like the two major things they'd always say: TP for the bunghole and fire.
Yeah, absolutely. And you're right. There should be fire. As a matter of fact, I think it actually is listed on in the trailer that we watched. Like they do go like fire, So yeah. Well, there you go. Beavis and Butthead, the newest addition to Call of Duty. Des, will this get you back in playing? I know they've disrespected your boys, but
I don't think so.
Oh, what a shame.
Let's continue. Right. What would it take for you to get into it, Des?
Yeah. What skin on a Call of Duty character would you be like, I gotta play it?
A skin?
Yeah.
I just want a good game. I'm not really interested in the skins.
Okay.
Your logic.
Yeah, stop that, Des.
I know.
All right. Well,
I have to think about that.
What about you, Phoenix? Who would you like to see be a playable character in Call of Duty? I mean, they're putting everybody in it.
Yes, the Thundercats. That's what I want to see.
Oh, let's go.
Fucking love Thundercats. I'm surprised you don't see more of them, right? You got something?
How about the Care Bears?
Let's go. Now we're talking. Talking.
You can shoot out stuff through your stomach at the bad guys. That'd be kind of cool.
I like that idea. The Care Bears, maybe Scrooge McDuck, like anything from the Disney Afternoon.
Yeah,
I think that'd be great.
I mean, they have those bunnies on there, so why can't they have Care Bears?
They have Beavis and Butthead, so why not, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We got to give another game away because Ken came in with 10 Twitch subs, crossing us to 226, passing 225. We are 5 YouTube members away from another one here in just a minute.
All right.
Okay. Use if you'd like to be entered in to win the next big game. We are now cycling back to the OG guys. Sex with Hitler. If you'd like to be entered to win that game, use promo code or put in the chat Beavis. Beavis in the chat. Beavis, just like that, right there in the center of your screen. Beavis. Put that in the chat, and we will give that to you if your name is used here. So there we go. While we do that, Mercenary says no fire, no TP, no frog reference. Beyond lazy.
So lazy.
And Mercenary followed up says Rainbow Bright for Call of Duty. Let's go. Love that. Sounds great. Man, you guys have been just wonderful today. Really genuinely appreciate
They've been amazing.
Y'all's support. Yes. Thank you guys very much. Once again, this is our last presentation until we roll out for a week. We're obviously taking tomorrow off for 4th of July. So we appreciate y'all's support today with the Kick on Kick's side, on Twitch's side, and obviously here on YouTube as well. Brent, thank you so much once again for the 20 gifted memberships over on YouTube. Just spectacular. I'm looking through this list and it's like, wow, you guys have been spectacular today. So thank you very much for your support. Artemis also with 10. Arcus came in with another 5. Phil, no, I didn't fire Blabs. She'll be back momentarily. All right, use that promo code Beavis. A lot of you guys already are not promo code, but use the code Beavis in the chat, and you'll automatically be entered very simply right there. So, by the way, here is our run sheet. By the way, we are currently here, Beavis and Butthead and Call of Duty. You can see some of these things we skipped, but this next one's going to be great. I had the greatest VR experience of all time. So this is kind of where we're at. We're making our way. We're making our way through. So just giving you guys a heads up. Let's go ahead and do a giveaway here. Let's give away. We're drawing it. Boom. Let's see what we got. Who is going to win Sex with Hitler? It is, Ken JMG. Let's go. Thank you very much, Ken, for your support, for tuning in today. Love to see that over on Rumble. That's great. Let me get your name down over here. We will.
You're getting Sex with Hitler. It's a congrats with a question mark at the end of it.
Yes, congrats. Well, if that is not your thing, next is Sex with Stalin. So there's that.
Yes.
Craig, are you worried you're going to be like put on a watch list or something for all these purchases?
Yes. Also, my children are outside the door, so I don't want them to hear me say sex with Stalin and sex with Hitler and sex with Ogre over and over and over again. Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's
makes a lot of
perfectly
sense,
understandable.
Appreciate that. All right, congratulations, Ken, over on Rumble. Way to go. Love to see that. All right. Okay. I saw this and this has been on the run sheet for a few days that I just haven't been able to get to. Once again, we appreciate you guys popping in. A lot of you guys still hanging out with us, just hanging out with us all throughout the day. Just spectacular. Wherever you're tuning in, Rumble, Kick, YouTube, Twitch. Love everybody tuning in. And it's been super duper fun. But I wanted to get to this next story because this has been one of those things that I saw and I thought that's something I can get behind. What are y'all's thoughts on VR?
Love it. I'm like the one guy. Yeah, I'm a big VR guy. Total big VR guy.
Okay.
I've got the PlayStation VR 2, and I've got the Quest. So I'm ready for whatever the hell you're showing.
Okay. Des, do you have any thoughts on VR here?
I like VR in like small doses, but not something to do for a long. I like get motion sickness, and I like not for an extended amount of time, but I like it in small doses. I actually went to a private party for Oculus out in Seattle years ago, back when Bungie loved me, and it was super super cool. I had to like sign an NDA and everything. It was pretty fun.
Okay, that's good to know. Good to know. In the NDA signing, Des over here.
That's back when I mattered. For pre-cancellation.
No, you're a big deal. But I'll tell you what, VR in particular, like I said, I have an Oculus 2, which was given to me. I've used it like a couple times, and I think the best use of VR is there are YouTube videos that allow you to kind of look around and you can kind of tour a place, which I think is pretty cool. I'm not a huge fan into VR gaming. I've done some VR gaming before. I was terrified playing. There's 2 games that I played that I was like, too much. One was a rock climbing game because I'm terrified of heights. I'm specifically terrified of falling. So playing a rock climbing game was not good. And there was another monster, like a terror game that I played. And when we streamed it, we had it set up to where people could donate and they could add sound effects to so where when I'm streaming, someone would donate $10 and I'd get like a "I'm coming for you" or something like that in my ear, right? And you know, I'd turn around and I wasn't sure if it was a part of the game or if it was a donation or whatever, or I'd hear footsteps. So, but that game in particular, there was my kids were super young, and one of the donations was kids crying. So it like really tugged at my heart, and I didn't know. So like I finished. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Anyways, with all that said, there's apparently a game called VR Club. Have you seen this game, Phoenix?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, well, this guy, I'm gonna tell you this right now. This guy may be the best VR Club player of all time, where you go in and all these people are just hanging out over here. So let's see what we got here.
Okay. Hey. Okay. These 2 right here, my favorite. Oh, hold on. Excuse me. Excuse me, big dog. I'm super fine. What's up, baby? How you doing? I go by Sean Cam. This man over here bothering you. What's up? What's up? That's your man's? Brothers and sons. What's up, bro? What you want? I ain't scared of you, big dog. I'm back up. Come on.
And all the things, it escalated really quick. It escalated really quick here. So look, we're going to watch this a couple times because what happens here and the movements that happen in VR truly are spectacular. So just watch what happens.
Oh, all y'all came together? Come on. Not the money out on. Not the money out on. I'm not security, though. Beat. Ooh. I'll fight all y'all. I ain't scared of none of you.
Pay attention to him down here. Just watch him moving all by himself.
Ooh, okay. I've been waiting on you. Hold on.
The running is great.
Let me get this. Hey, about to jump me. What you move, girl? Get out the way. Hold on. Y'all ain't about to do me like that, though. Hold on. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What is...
Oh, Lord Jesus. All y'all got going? Damn. Hold on. You better sit over. Shoot over here. You want to. Damn. Back up. Give me something to drink.
Put him down here.
You better not miss. Come here. Chalk slam.
Oh my gosh. Phoenix, do you see the tail end here? What happens here? Well, check this out.
Chalk slam.
Yes. He laid down. He laid down at this point, then got back up. I mean, that's the best VR gaming I've literally ever seen.
That's a good workout.
I mean, yeah, if running from security officers and everyone wanted to kill you as a workout, yeah, absolutely.
I mean, yeah, I do it.
Pretty special stuff. So, I mean, Phoenix, as somebody who's into VR, could you ever see yourself getting that into VR, VR dance?
Just pre-ordered it, so yes, absolutely.
Did you really?
I will be. Yes.
Oh god, that's great.
Like, how do you not watch that and not want to play that? That's like a perfect advertisement for that.
I agree. I love everything about that. I think it's so fun to see. See, I mean,
It's pretty
will I
funny.
do it? No, I won't. But it's still awesome.
It'd be great to just cut to his whole family just sighing until he's fucking done.
Right. I think that's the biggest thing is like if you could just cover up the screen, the top screen, and just watch him moving. Like let's do that really quick. Can you pull it up really fast?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you can make that any bigger to where it's just him moving around his like do it without.
Yeah, hold on, give me a sec. Yeah.
Just throwing this out there because you take him on the bottom, you cover up the top, and you just see how he's moving around. and there's just people just watching him from 5 feet away, 10 feet away. Like that's the beauty of VR. It's just such a mess. I love it. Oh, there we go. Yes, perfect. There we go. And we'll so here we go. Let's go and watch this guy move in real time here. This is VR gaming here, right here. Oh my gosh. It's really pretty impressive. He's squaring up on dudes. Des, when you went to the club as a kid, was this what it was like?
I didn't go to clubs.
Oh no, ain't at the club. What about you, Phoenix? I'm sure you.
When wasn't I at the club and doing this very thing? Yeah, all the time.
Oh my god! At one point, he grabs a drink and slams it against the bar.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that was funny.
I mean, this is why I don't play VR. This exactly is why I don't play VR.
Because you look so stupid.
Yes.
Yeah. I would get paranoid. You know how you could go into some of the game stores and try out the VR?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really want to do that in front of people. I felt like weird. I did a couple times, but I always felt super awkward.
The lay down at the end is just the best. Anyways, all right. Well, Des, maybe VR on Side Scrollers Plus and put you in VR
Oh my
VR
gosh.
dance. See how it goes.
Just as I say, it makes me feel super awkward. I mean, maybe if you hit a high enough sub goal, maybe I'd do it.
Oh, let's go. Hey, speaking of sub goals, Tech Support Gaming came in with 5 gifted memberships over on YouTube, putting us at 100, which is just spectacular. Thank you guys very much for.
Let's do this. Let's do it. A little energy.
Ooh!
A little energy.
Little bit of juice. How good is that? All right, nice. It's wonderful. We do have this giveaway tool, which we've been using today over on StreamYard to help us out with this. So I'll tell you what, let's just do put tech, TEK, in the chat, TEK, if you'd like to be entered in to win our next game, which yeah, sure, yeah, take your time. I know you have to adjust. The next game is Sex with Stalin. So use promo code, put tech, TEK, in the chat if you want to win it. Unfortunately, Jiggly Saint says, I'm afraid I'll have to pass on Sex with Hitler. I'm in the middle of getting a background check so I can volunteer at a Christian camp for people with diabetes. And it feels wrong at the moment. All right, Jiggly Saint. We'll I'll tell you what, we'll give away 2 here. We'll give away 2 from Jiggly Saint. So put TEK in the chat. I'm going to start collecting your entries here, and we'll get going here in just a second. You got about 10 seconds to do so wherever you're tuning in. Guys, thank you very much. Love to see that. We'll do 2 drawings here, and Jiggly Saint is forfeiting his Sex with Hitler. So the second person we draw will get that. Here we go. Let's draw right now. 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see who's gonna get it. I hope it's Jiggly Saint again. Oh, all right, let's go. Mercenary, congratulations. You're the winner of the game. That's awesome. You win.
Out of curiosity, do they have a Sex with Castro or Mao?
Oh, ooh. Are you curious, Des?
Maybe.
Render me curious. Let's find out.
Oh wow. Mercenary X21 is the next winner. Excellent. Let's go draw again really fast. Let me make sure I put Mercenary down on our run sheet here to make sure we know that Mercenary is the winner. Mercenary X21. And this is Jiggly saying who was the first winner. This is this person gonna win. Sex with Hitler. Let's draw one more time. Here we go. Bada bing, bada boom. The winner is Dims on YouTube. There we go. Jiggly saying, I'm pulling you, buddy. Give it up for Dims winning the game. The best game right there. Sex with Hitler. All right. What do you guys think of this? Like, is this... I thought that maybe we could do this just as a reoccurring gag on the channel. If somebody comes in and drops like a bomb of 25 gifted memberships, we just immediately bust this out and give somebody a copy of the game.
Yes.
I think it's funny. Give it up for
Especially
Sparky.
if they're so unaware and then they get that and they unsub.
Yes, exactly. Hey, Sparky came in and says, I get that Thor is looking for his own interest as a dev, but if he openly admitted to that, he is no longer would be the goody indie dev defending gamers. He's tried to play both sides and he lost. There you go, Sparky. Thank you very much. Okay, guys, here we go. We are rolling. The run sheet is wearing thin here, but we got a lot of Nintendo to get to before we get to that point. Blabs did want to do some tier lists today, so we'll see if Blabs comes back for that. Let's talk Nintendo first and foremost. This dropped a couple days ago that Nintendo is facing legal action over the ability to switch to brick Switch 2s whenever they want. So, Des, I don't know if you heard this, but when you buy a Switch 2, Nintendo, if they don't like what you're doing on it, if you try to mod it, they can actually just brick your Switch 2 so you can't play it anymore online.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty crazy stuff. So Brazil's consumer watchdog, they are challenging Nintendo over ULAW terms that allow the company to ban consoles from online services. They said that the certain clauses are abusive under Brazilian law. It says the concern is Nintendo's ability to permanently restrict access to services like the eShop or online pay if they believe someone has violated its terms, including by using unauthorized accessories or pirated software. So there you go. I think this is... I would like to think that Nintendo probably expected something like this, Phoenix.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So, yeah, pretty crazy. Pretty crazy to say the least. It's good to see people pushing back here. But that hasn't...
How is that even... How are you allowed to just destroy someone's property?
Is it truly your property?
Well, that's a good point, right? But that is ridiculous to me. I think that's like a little step too far, personally.
Well, yeah, you don't truly own it. But it hasn't stopped people from buying it, as the Switch 2 has sold 5 million copies in 26 days. And they apparently leaked this. So Brazil is not high on this list here. 1.8 million units in America, Japan right behind, Europe, and then other units. So 5 million. It's the fastest selling system or console ever.
Did you see that coming?
Wow.
I didn't.
No. Mm-mm. Wow. Oof. What a, I mean, I did not see it at all. But it is a crazy situation, especially when it comes to physical codes that are physical games that aren't actually physical games. We had this where the WWE 2K25 switched to quote physical games is just a code in the box. That's it. You don't even get a physical game. Just get a code.
Oh,
So-
remember the days when you'd get like the whole booklet, little hand, it was great.
That was
Along with
arguably
the
the
game.
best part.
Yeah.
Was the ride home and reading the instruction booklet before getting let down by most likely how terrible that game was, especially if it was movie license.
Right.
Do you think those numbers are real? Do you think they could be making those numbers up at all?
The 5 million?
Yeah.
No, I think they're pretty real. I think 5 million is probably realistic. You know, it's been gangbusters. Everybody's bought them. I mean, like I said, I think I don't think it's gonna do as well as the original Switch 1 did, personally. But I've been wrong before, and I may be wrong again. Now, I didn't expect to get a Switch 2, but I have a Switch 2 now. It was not something I sought out, and it just happened to be on the shelves, which, you know, for something that's in such demand, they either did a tremendous job of making sure that there were enough things ready to go, Switch 2's ready to go with pre-production, or they are lying, because you can just go out and kind of pick them up still, which is kind of intriguing. So maybe there is something to that, Des. Maybe there is.
Question everything, right?
Yes, that's right. Now, it was pointed out that the trailer says game key card in the disclaimer, but the box art says game card not included, full game download without the usual key card disclaimer. Right here, you can see down here on the bottom of the screen, it says full game download via internet required. Micro SD express card may be required, sold separately. Key card must be inserted while downloading game and each time game is played. Which, by the way, this is not a wrestler. At least I don't know who that is, but just curious. So, and there you go. You can see game card not included down here on the bottom of the screen. So that's, you know, more of the same when it comes to the Switch and the key cards and stuff. But what's not more of the same is there was a leak about a potential upcoming Nintendo Direct. Now, we talk about these because they're fun to talk about, but this is courtesy of 4chan, so take it for what it is, right? This leak talking about that it would happen on July 10th. And we're just going to go down this because it's always nice to kind of giggle about these things. It says, starts talking about Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. Release date of, let's see, that is, what day is that? Release date 19/4/25. That would be, there's no way that's right, because that would be the 19th of April. That doesn't make sense at all. So this is clearly invalid. But the one thing on this that was kind of intriguing to me was that it says the middle direct is about Mario Maker 3, which I'm a huge Mario Maker fan. I love Mario Maker 1 and 2. Love it. And it says a small teaser with Wonder Style coming for Mario's 40th anniversary. So I'd be on board with that. Would love to see that. If Mario Maker returns for the Switch 2, which I fully anticipate it doing, Phoenix, I think you and I have some game times we gotta do.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. That was one of the best ideas ever, in that you just make something and then the community can continue making them. It's great for streamers, and then it just keeps making you get to keep making your own games. It's just this infinite supply of Mario games. It's the best idea they ever made.
Wow.
Did you have it on the Wii U? Like, that was like the one reason to have a Wii U back in the day.
Yes, I did have it for the Wii U. I got it for the Switch as well. I liked it better on the Wii U because it had the stylus on it. Whereas, you know, you had to use the controller and such. What Des, do you ever play Mario Maker?
Yeah, we had Mario Maker too.
Super
for the Wii.
fun. Super fun. Lisa says, doing user-made levels. Possibly. I mean, if it comes out, then 1,000%. I would love to do that. I am platform Jesus after all. So there's that.
True.
Yes. Joey says, I just heard that actor Kenneth Cawley, who is known for playing Admiral Pitt in the original Star Wars trilogy, died today at 87 years old. Thanks, Joey. Sorry to hear that. And Mercenary says, only one problem I already have with Stalin. Oh, wow, Mercenary. Good for you. Well, maybe we'll gift it to somebody else, which is great. Of course you would, Mercenary. Of course.
Yeah.
Love it. All right. And then we have Sparky says, rare Brazilian W. Proud of my country once. Let's go. Thank you so much, Sparky. Appreciate your support. Okay. I'll tell you what. Phoenix, can you hold things down for just a minute while I sync up with Blabs real fast?
Sure.
Cool. I'll be back. Okay.
How you doing there, Des? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. If you want
Great.
if you want to run a promo for Plus, by all means, you can do that to reset.
I would
everything.
love to do that. Actually, yes, let's do that.
Yeah,
right
do that,
now.
and then I'll be back in just a second. Let me sync with Blabs real fast.
Okay, sure. Good. Ladies and gentlemen, are not a Plus member, you need to be. Let's do a little ad of that real quick. That just graphics. Make sure you use promo code Subathon. And now you might be wondering, well, how do I sign? I'm happy you didn't ask that because I'm going to do it right now.
It's very simple. You go to sidescrollersplus.com. You just put it in your URL right there. You go over there to become a member. That's it. If you have Rumble, you can just sign in with Rumble. If you don't, guess what? You can make a new account. It's very simple. Bam, right there. Just that simple. You put in all your information just like you would anything else. You approve to sign into Locals, and you put your little password in, make your profile, bada bing, bada boom, hit subscribe. You can use promo code if you want. You can maybe use promo code YouTube or Plus and get a discount. Try those out. Maybe see what happens. Like it says right there. Pop it in, hit apply. All of a sudden, you got yourself a nice little discount. Click support. This is the best way to support us throughout the year.
Go. It's coming back. No. Oh, I got the wrong one. Sorry about that. There we go. All right. Actually, let's. Okay. I actually have a question for you.
Yeah.
That question is we were talking about the Chuck E. Cheese thing, the adults being in a ball pit. Why do you think it is? I've certainly, I think for me, I know why, but I'm curious to hear as far as why do you think we're like the past decade or so, we're really seeing so much of this kind of stuff being pitched to adults and we're not seeing really anything for kids? Like you look at all the games, those skins are things from my age group, right? So you're talking 80s, 90s, things like that. Talking about Chuck E. Cheese, which was made for children, is now suddenly for adults. I'm curious why you think that's happening the past 5 to 10 years.
I mean, I think there could be multiple reasons. I think, you're marketing towards people who have money to spend, adults that have money to spend. And it's always good to appeal to nostalgia. It's a very strong emotion. So I think that, that's probably a good reason. I think there's also a lot of adults who haven't grown up too. So it's probably a combination of both of those things.
Right. I think one of the things I've heard is that because of like there's population issues that people are not having children, is that now like there isn't that next generation to market to, so they keep marketing to the group with disposable income.
I mean, that's a good possibility for sure.
Hey guys, I'm going to make an executive call here. We're going to wrap a little early.
Okay.
We talked about going until about 4. I think we're going to go about another 15 minutes to about 3.
Okay.
We got a lot going on happening behind the scenes. So I want to be mindful of that. But either way, so let's do maybe one more push with the subathon here. We plan to stick around till 4 o'clock, but things happening behind the scenes sometimes don't allow us to do that. So give it up. Thank you, Al. It says keep signing the Stop Killing Games signatures and make sure to be signatures are sure to be invalidated due to incorrectly completed forms. We need game preservation, folks. Thank you very much. Mercenary says, morning, pray for me because I'm dealing with somebody who dropped off an animal in my neighborhood and the poor dog last night snuck into my home. Oh my God. He says, taking it to the shelter right now because somebody was cruel enough to toss it while their car was moving. I've got pictures. I do not want to see it. Oh my God. Mercenary says, I cannot fire blast somebody. My God. Can't keep the dog. Still, oh my God, Mercenary. What a mess. I'm sorry to hear about that, buddy. Walber says, Craig, play. Oh, I've heard about this game. Yeah.
What is that?
This is a game. I think it's where anime characters race around the track like a racehorse.
Okay.
It sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I think we need to check that out. Javi, thanks so much for coming back, man. 4th of July. Let's go. Love to see that. Thank you much, Javi. Tamamo, good to see you. Says, wow, it's been 7 months since I discovered you guys. Loved every moment. Also, why has Phoenix's hair transitioned from his head to his face? You look great, Phoenix.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Good luck.
Gizmono says, note in the Stop Killing Games getting to 1 million. Some signatures might get thrown out. So aim as high as you possibly can until July 31st. Thank you very much. Nate says, we got to stop letting women run things. One show, already strippers on screen. There you go. Right. Phoenix is the one running, and then he does identify as a lady. Joey says,
you say?
Oh, there we go. Look at him go. Oh, wow. Chad Vader version of Chocolate Rain. Thank you, Joey. Modest Rat. Thank you, Joey. Go watch The Mummy now. Yes. Wiss says, stitches are made of food. Ree says, to be fair, Phoenix, when I was in grade school in the late 80s, I drank too much milk from a bag. Marmalin says, about it? Are you from Canada, eh?
Yeah, I am. Yes. Thank you.
Vescarbino is a brand new member. Thank you very much. Thanks for your support today. Modest Rat says, you haven't seen The Mummy? You need to watch it with Blabs ASAP. Also, bada bing. What's the matter with you?
Hey.
Commodore fan says, Blabs, I had to put up a Lilo and Stitch for my nieces and nephews. So I saw him for real. He might get 2-8 from a shotgun. Thank you, Commodore fan. Demi says, Alligator Alcatraz, a person with hot water and air conditioning. So horrible. I know. Mo says, bag of milk. And son, really, today really is my day. I know, Mo. Congratulations. Patty came in with 100 bits. Says, it's very simple. Phoenix uses a filter when he puts his facial hair on his head and his hair on his face.
Exactly it. Thank you for killing the illusion. Thank you.
Gibeus Moon came in with a brand new Prime sub over on Twitch, which we appreciate greatly, guys. Thank you very much. Make sure you hit the follow button wherever you guys are tuning in. It's always a pleasure to have you guys in. Great stuff. Mercenary says, time to feed the gators. They need to eat. Mercenary, not with the dog. Demi says she's trying to justify herself to stop. Javi says, you don't want to send Disney adults to Gatorland? Big Papa says, did we forget about the Disney Swingers? Oh, sorry, I did forget about that.
Disney Swingers?
Yeah, we're not going to talk. We're not going to.
Oh, right.
No, not going to talk about that.
Put
It says, go to Disney to get wasted and mango some kids. No, it will not whisk. Magical Monkey says, I've been here for a year now. Let's go. Keep bringing the common sense. Love you guys. Don't make it weird. Well, we'll do my best. Once again, Mr. Wombat came with the 5 gifted memberships earlier. Oopus came in and says, thanks for spreading the word on Stop Killing Games. The signatures have passed 1 million, and there's a whole month left. We will do our best to get more. Yeah, for sure. Aramis, thank you very much. Proof of seeing y'all getting into gator hunting. Yeah. B. Barrett says there's a movie about Alligator Alcatraz. It's called The Croc. AC is a brand new member over on YouTube. Modest Rad says you can't make a donate. Can't make me donate for the mummy millers. Oh wait, Mamma Mia, I screwed up. Sorry, Mia amigos. Listen, Modest, stop it. Thank you. Commodore fan says my birthday is tomorrow. Yes, you can. You got Dan Vasque earlier with a new wink. Wes says, is it rock bottom in The Simpsons, Craig? It's rock bottom, not hard copy. My fault. Commodore fan says, y'all need a 10 foil hat time segment intro.
You do.
Cthulhu says, the days of Walter Cronkite and Edward R. Moreau and unbiased news are dead. Also, hello, beautiful ladies. Lando says, just saying, once you look into Operation Mockingbird, you realize they've all been lying to you. Modest Rat says, hey, bada bing, you can count on me. My monies will never be fake. Ain't that right, Blabina and new people? Arrivederci, mi amigos. Thank you, Modest. That Ghost says, today's a beautiful day to get banned on Twitch. Shia LaBeouf meme. Do it. We are still up. I think it's going to take somebody. I don't think we're not on Twitch's radar yet, but we will be soon. Mercenary says, good news about the dog. He basically had a chip in him, and now they're going to contact the owners. It looks like someone stole him from his family. Oh, wow.
Oh, my goodness.
Worse. You got to keep us updated.
Yeah. Fan came in and says, how would you rate the fan service value of the games? Are you talking about the Sex with Hitler games? If you're into that, they're great. Wiz came in and says, she should be making $1,500 a month at a regular job. Spoiled brat, talking about the streamer. Mercenary says, I won $5,000 at casino. It all went to car repair. Easy Sleazy says, Penguin Zero just set up an IRL farm. Drop him a DM. Oh, really? Okay. Interesting. Commodore fan says, having worked for a nonprofit for over 20 years, I can say business class internet with an IP inter-office phone and gigabit fiber internet is only $180. Thank you, Commodore fan. Reese says, I used to be a busser at a 4-star restaurant at a backwater casino. When you're the only one resetting tables on a busy weekend, it can be psychotic. Let's go, Reese. Commodore fan says, I've also been doing Zoom meetings from home on T-Mobile 5G internet, getting nearly a gig down, 100 megabytes. Wow. And only paying $50 a month. The lady is crazy. Yeah, that streamer's nuts. Spider Bro says, I would love to see them in a FedEx trailer, loading it from the belly to the front in the middle of a Texas July. Oh, yeah, I hear you, Spider Bro. Reese says, I used to be a busser at a 4-star restaurant. Thank you very much. Cajun Corey says, hey, Wicked. Sorry, she's not with us, Cajun Corey. She had to go. Sorry about that. Aramis says, I woke up at 5 a.m., worked the land, trimmed the trees, cut grass, have a 15-minute lunch at 11 a.m., fix things around the house, and by 12, I'm sitting down and enjoying side strollers and in mud-caked clothes. Let's go, Aramis. You are a true man. Smelling like filth. Want to see these streamers in that environment. Yes. Cthulhu says, my offer for side dishes, cavatelli with smoked sausage and onions and vodka sauce. Would you eat? Yes. Yes, I would. Wiss says, everything is political is a progressive talking point that they use to justify pushing the revolution, DEI. Yes. Hack and Slay says, I'm a German. 12 to 13 is when we learned about World War II in my school by dedicated history teachers. There is a difference to whatever happened here.
Boy, World War II has got to be an awkward history lesson in Germany.
Yes.
That's like that escalated.
Modest says, hey, bada bing. I remember when a rental place having porno scandal. Quick, a child. Thank you very much. Read that one a little bit ago. Dreg says, we lost Michael Jackson. Check Flash's latest post. Stupid YouTuber censorship. Wait, what? Okay, I'll check into Flash's post. Lando. This is Craig. Well, I don't even know what you're talking about, Lando. Wes, thank you again. Blabs is always right. Wes Levy says everything is political. Yes, saw that. Lando says, I don't know why we got those couple times, but thank you very much. Game Hunter says, I'm going to Boston and Pittsburgh for my vacation. Let's go. Have a good time up there. Robert came in with a super sticker. Really appreciate that. Your support. Nick says that dude has hashtag little Nick energy. Thank you, Nick. Risk says, I don't consent to being part of their LARP. It isn't hate to not want to co-sign delusionals. Joey says, Michael Madsen also did Species movies. And Phil McCracken says, NBA makes so much money they actually supplement the WNBA. Yes. Suffer So Proud says, Lady Des, hola niña. Ever thought of creating your own podcast? You're really good at talking about issues.
I did actually for a little bit. I don't think I am very good at it.
Poppycock.
I prefer to be a guest, but honestly, I feel like I do better at, I know it's cheesy, but I'm more of spreading love and beauty through music than I am talking about all the crazy things on the world. I'll comment on it, but I don't feel like I thrive in that.
I think if your guest is boring, you just keep playing music over them. Just really awkward.
If that's an option, I could do that. I would totally do that.
Yes.
Like, shut up, you're boring. Let me just play some Zelda music.
Commodore fan says, thoughts on the 90s Indiana Jones TV series. Never had a chance to see it, if I'm being honest. I tried to find it a couple months ago, and it was not available to be watched online.
And fun fact, he's in it. There was one episode where Indiana Jones, like that was supposed to be his final appearance as Indiana Jones.
Wow. I didn't know that. Fan came back, says, who like me went to the cinema on 21 of October 15th for Back to the Future watching of all 3 movies in a row. I didn't know that was a thing. I would have been there had I known that. Lando says, get ready. You know what's coming. All right, Lando, don't make it weird. Hexforge says, keep signing. European politicians are experts in finding invalid signatures. This is true. Hack and Slay says, I would bet that Ludwig decided to cut ties. Yeah, we read that a little bit ago. Thank you so much, Hack and Slay. Danny says, read that one a little bit ago. Our cuz came in and says, have a great 4th of July and weekend. Be safe and have fun, everyone. July is the United States of America. Let's go. And Red Bandana Gaming says, TMNT is still the greatest movie of all time, just in case you all forgot. You are insane, but thank you very much for your support.
It's coming right back out, right?
Yeah, and I'm sure that he's going to rent out the entire theater just for himself in the middle of it, which is great. Thank you very much, Red Bandana Gaming. All right, guys, we plan to go 4, but we had a little thing happen behind the scenes. We got to cater to that and take care of that. Do us a favor, hit the subscribe button. Would really appreciate it. wherever you guys are tuning in, follow, subscribe. We will not be back until the 14th. We have all next week off. We need a break to reboot. We hope you guys do, but we hope you guys come back and see us. Do us a favor. Open up your phone right now. Put in a little alert on your phone for 11 o'clock on Monday the 14th. We would love to see you guys back then. We are terrified of taking breaks on YouTube because the algorithm is what it is. So we hopefully you guys come back and see us then. We look forward to seeing you guys back bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, as they say. Des, thank you very much for hanging out with us this entire time. It's been a long show, but you did great. So
thank you.
Mighty Megatron says, Craig, you didn't read my dono. I thought I did. I thought I read them all. I'm sorry. But yeah. All right, guys. Thank you very much for your support. Massive, great wins today over on Kick, over on YouTube, over on Twitch. Great stuff. Thank you guys very much. And let us know if you guys think we should continue this fun thing about gifting these games for every 25 that come in. So you guys have a great rest of your day. And remember, if people are going to try to keep you down, don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. We'll see you guys on Monday the 14th. Videos all next week. Have a great day. See you guys later. Bye-bye.